So you said this last one is really fucked up.
It's okay. How to put this? There's this case has a considerable plot hole in it that people have tried to explain, like, oh, does this? I'm like, I don't fucking buy it. I feel like game designers forgot about this one. And in addition to that, for fuck's sake, I'm trying to remember now. Like, they set something up. They set something up, and then in the next game, they totally forget about it. And I feel like I know what they were going with 4 and 5, but they don't wrap up that plot line at all. And I'll explain it after we do Ace Attorney 5, because I have an entire fucking, like, game theory level essay that I could put together on it. Yeah, no, I have gone hard on this theory that I have about the final case of Ace Attorney 5. Again, I'm trying to... Also, I see people ask yeah, say I was these people asking about that Power World server I've been running of, like, oh, is it gonna go down while you're streaming? I'm like, couldn't. If I start seeing drop frames, then maybe, but sounds like you have a whole fanfic, right, Dandy? Oh, I've been tempted a couple times.
I have something I want to run by you to see if you can pull it off, because I want to see if you're good enough at this point that you can try it.
What? Are you issuing me a challenge?
Kind of, actually.
You know what? What is it?
I wanted to call them improv bites.
Okay.
Where one person gives a character-driven improv prompt and the other person has to improvise it.
This may be difficult for me only because, like, my brain works in, like, there has to be purpose.
A general contractor surveying removing the sword from the stone.
General, I understood half. Oh, we're off to a great start.
For like a general contractor's like, yeah, all right, well, first thing we're going to need to do is get some guys out to take a look at the measurements of the side of that thing. Yeah, that sword looks like it's in pretty deep. Closest I can do is get my guys by here on Monday to take a look at it, but not sure. We're probably gonna have to call in some extra guys. I've got a specialist. Like, it's trying to sound as accurate. It's trying to sound as accurate to, like, the real horror of what it would be like. Or for example, another one. It's basically like an improv prompt. It's something I had to do constantly in Odyssey of the Mind, where they would be like, all right, here's this improv prompt, act it out. Basically, you know whose line is it anyways?
Yeah. It is basically that.
It is. Whose line is it anyways?
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. I am not good at improv. I am good at improv when there's sufficient things for me to go off of. But, like, just like a character scene go, no. I'm terrible.
Well, I'm not.
You're much better at it than me.
Yeah, we're getting by as best we can, Brem.
Yeah. Say. I just always get in a good mood when I'm on stream.
Andy, have you reached the part where Apollo shows his forehead and then everyone goes, my eyes?
And that was the first case. You missed it, Mizu.
But his forehead isn't that big.
Everyone thinks it is.
No, but hold on.
Hey, Dandy, have you reached the part where the game becomes about Apollo? You're funny.
We're not playing a game that doesn't exist yet.
Why would this game be about Apollo Justice Ace Attorney? I don't understand it. That pregnant pause.
The pause is because I'm doing something stupid.
Oh no, what are you doing?
I'm opening up Clip Studio.
Oh no. Jose Goober, welcome to the chat.
I need to see something, Daniel Bandicoot.
But are you like comparing the color of something?
No.
Oh, okay.
I've had this thing nagging at me since the whole AFA head thing came out.
Yeah.
And I need to do something about it.
Are you measuring his forehead in pixels?
I'm comparing his forehead to Phoenix Wright's to see if there is actually a noticeable difference. And if there isn't, I might be a tad annoyed.
I think it's just because he has his bangs all the way up and he has a far back hairline. Because
that's Phoenix!
Well, I think Phoenix's hairline is a little bit further up than Apollo's. Apollo got my luck. So, break kayfabe for just half a second. My hairline is really far back. I have long flowing locks, don't get me wrong. But, if my bangs parted out of the way, ooh boy. Yeah, no, I got a 5 head. Not even gonna like.
That's why you wear a stylish chapeau to cover it.
Exactly. Love that hat. Allows me to. That hat. I have had that hat for probably over 10 years now. Like I originally.
Oh my anger is gonna start showing up here, Dandy.
What?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Is the pixel length of the forehead just about the same? Also, it's the same one I got pickle juice all over. Yes, it is, dear. Yes, it is. You drenched that fucker in pickle juice. I am surprised we got the scent out of it. Also, Dubar, thanks for the gift sub, dude. Sweetie sheepy. Dandy, look, Ice's mom appeared in the game. Hold on.
Their fucking foreheads line up perfectly. He has the same goddamn fucking forehead measurement as Wright. There's no difference. He has the same. The only thing that's different is that his eyes are bigger. I lined their eyes and nose and T-zones up and they're fucking identical.
Nah, Apollo's forehead is bigger.
That's where you're wrong, my good bitch.
Someone play tic-tac-toe on your forehead? I mean, if they tried hard enough.
No, like literally. Look, I lined them up.
Lined them up?
Look.
Oh my god! Okay.
I mean, I know it looks a little bit extremely cursed because it's like the beast of 1,000 eyes.
Well, I mean, like, we gotta show this, like, to everyone.
Oh, alright. Oh, good! So I tricked Brem into playing Subnautica, and he was like, this game's not scary or anything. And I was like, okay. And then he found a Reaper Leviathan for the first time, and he shit a brick.
Yeah, that's legit the same exact forehead, the same exact hairline.
Yeah.
Maybe Apollo just shouldn't have such a big forehead, though. Like,
You know
maybe-
what? Okay, so do you know what it probably is?
Ooh,
Can you bring up the? Can you bring up the backgrounds so we can take a look at Apollo Justice?
ooh,
Like a
wait,
picture of him, like a picture of Apollo. Like bring up
he
Apollo's
isn't
face.
he isn't in here.
Oh yeah, that's your fucking face
We're not
isn't
gonna
even in your own game.
Yeah, we're not
Apollo.
gonna
That's
see him
rough.
until we get to court.
That's rough.
There's
So
only
I
one
think
case.
I think the reason I think his forehead looks bigger because his eyes are bigger, and as a result, with the V of hair going up on his head because it is pointed straight up, that artificially elongates what you think his head looks
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Alternatively, did Apollo Justice's forehead in the Japanese version? Oh.
Hey, there's a painting hidden back here. Hey, you're right. What if it's embarrassing somehow, and he didn't want anyone else to see it? What if it's furry porn? Why do you know what that is? Don't worry about it. Brucey, you know.
Dandy, I have something sad for you.
Yeah, what?
So apparently Apollo Justice is so hated in Japan that Gyakuten Saiban 4 is terrible as a common search result.
Yeah. It's a bad game.
That's rough, dude.
Here's the thing. I am not joking. They gave this motherfucker 3 different backstories to try and figure out a way to make him likable. They did not succeed. I love him. Don't get me wrong. But
What's his backstory in this? I have yet to see it. He hasn't had enough time to speak.
well, like you'll find out. Anyways, you certainly seem pleased by the possibility. Huh, it's so normal.
That's what people say when they look at my fucking F list, too.
It's hardly something to get mad about. Huh? What is it, Apollo? Well,
The police sirens are usually something else that's heard the second people see my F list as well. I'm concerned.
well, doesn't this painting look like...
Oh, shit. Now
Never
people are asking
mind.
about F list in chat.
I'd better get a professional opinion on this. Alright.
Blowfish.
Had to do that a second time.
There we go.
Blowfish.
Yep, had to do.
That's the victim's coffee mug. Aha! So the poison was in here! It's my first time seeing a real poison mug of coffee. Oops, so.
Anytime
Wait.
you make coffee, it's poison, Trusa, you dumb bitch.
Don't talk to me about poison coffee. Poison coffee? Not exactly, actually. What do you mean? No traces of poison were found in the coffee. What? You'll have to figure out the rest yourself. I'm officially not on your side after all. All right, let's check about that coffee mug. Cause look at that neon blue glow. Hey, look there! That stain doesn't look so healthy, Apollo. That must be the Blue Mountain stuff we've been hearing about. Something tells me that even Blue Mountain coffee isn't this. No, the stain is probably... Ask Emma. No, I wanted to present it, not check it. Stop it. You get it. Emma, about this mug. There's a pale blue, residue on the rim. Yes, well, it's
Dog
just,
residue?
It's just a rumor, but I've heard there's a kind of coffee called Blue Mountain. I'm pretty sure it isn't actually blue, Emma. I'm not a moron. Ah, right. Okay, you got me. That's left over from my testing spray. Forensic science! I knew your hobby was behind this somehow, Emma. It's not a hobby! So, what kind of scientific stuff were you up to? This spray, that's what. It turns blue when it touches poison. So, the poison that killed the victim was on this mug? That's right. See, it wasn't in the coffee. The killer applied it to the rim of the mug itself. Wow, science is amazing. Really is helpful. Maybe Emma would be willing to help us out a bit more.
Maybe you should check inside the coffee.
Yeah,
See
maybe.
if the letters F and K are in there. It never fails.
You should try buttering her up, Apollo. They say flattery will get you everywhere.
You didn't get that fucking reference, you uncultured queer! Really? Really? Really?
Ice? Is everything okay? Did I do something wrong again? Uh-oh. Chat, what did I do wrong? What did I miss? What pop culture reference am I supposed to understand? What did I do this time? Help! Beats me. Okay, so I'm not alone. Uh-oh. You let something go way over your head. Yeah, I think I did.
I can't fucking believe what planet you dragged yourself in from that you don't know what FK in the coffee is a ref.
What is FK in the coffee?
It's a reference to Deadly Premonition, you nonce.
Oh, see, I don't remember much about that game. I'll be honest.
You never played it.
No, but I watched the Game Grumps play it. Does that make it worse or better? I can't tell.
You watch those talentless hacks play it and not someone with any skill?
Be nice! To be
How
fair,
dare
that's
you.
not a game you need skill for.
Yeah, it is. You need a lot of skill to be able to not die from laughter.
True. Yeah, it's certainly worth talking to her a bit more. Hi, Emma. You have a new talk point. I bet Emma could help us out here. You know, I wonder what Emma has to say about this. Maybe Emma would know. Maybe this coffee? I wonder if there's anyone we know we could talk to about this. If only there was some sort of snack-eating detective we could ask about this coffee mug.
Yeah, I wonder.
The writing of this game is... Ugh. It's just like that, just constant over and over. That's why I like the original trilogy, because it usually gets to the point. A couple moments where it didn't, but meh. Don't forget, flattery will get you everywhere with her, Apollo. Aw, what are you two whispering about? Well, I was thinking. I mean, what is it we always do when we run into a crime scene? What is it we always do scientifically? Ah, you know me too well. Okay. Okay, meaning we can get scientific now? Oh, I suppose, just this once. Bring me anything you find suspicious and we'll check it out. Well, that was easy. She's easier to get info out of than Gumshoe. Okay, and now we present the coffee mug again. Emma, about this mug. There's a pale blue residue on the rim.
Is that
right.
dog residue? A reference to legendary game developer Toby Fox?
Speaking of, Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 are apparently coming out this month. Are we going to play that, or are we waiting for the full release?
Allegedly. No, I'm having a hard time believing that. It sounds like you're gaslighting.
That's what he said.
Well, if he said it, then yes, we're gonna voice act it from start to finish. Or start to awkward to be continued.
There we go. Now we fucking unlock the fucking new... Oh my god.
We'll definitely do it as a Saturday stream.
Yeah,
I
definitely. About poison analysis. I was afraid you were gonna ask about that. See, this solution is used to test for huh? You know, I'm having trouble pronouncing it too, so whatever. It's the deadly poison found in the autopsy. If you want to know how to spell it, read the autopsy. Uh-oh. I know that's barking her eyes. She's excited. Just tread lightly. It's one of the most virulent... Fuck! It's one of the most virulent poisons, but is absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. God, I can't talk tonight! Help!
Swirling a dick around in your mouth for a fucking couple seconds isn't gonna help you figure out how to talk, Dandy.
Actual Dandy anger. That was not actual anger.
That wasn't anger.
It sounded like anger, but it wasn't.
You want to know what actual Dandy anger sounds like? It all starts with
3 little words.
Four. It starts with, you know what? No. That's how you know he's angry.
That I always do it. Even when I try not to, I'm just like,
Every time he's actually mad, he'll seem like he's gonna roll over and take it, and then he goes, you know what? No. And then he overreacts so badly for the next 4 hours of the night, and then comes back like a dog that pissed on your bed with his head down and his tail tucked between his legs to apologize the next day.
I'm sorry I was an asshole.
Every fucking time. It is like a weather and the best part is you can't call him out on it because he'll double down and get madder.
Yeah, I'm awful
so when
like
you
that.
when you see, you know what? No, it's just like get it out of your system. Yeah. So you basically have to sit there knowing that you can't say anything to calm him down because that'll make him angrier. You can't rile him up because it won't make him stop. And it's basically like having a fucking pissed off chihuahua trying to do its best to murder you. Well, it's just like, go. You're like fucking tweaking out in your fucking pants, and the only thing it's doing is pissing directly on your shoes, and you're like, God, I wish it'd stop.
Yeah, the thing is when I get in those modes,
just wait until he gets it. Gotta wait until he gets it out of his fucking system. That's the only thing you can do.
In those modes, it's like I am like holding like a leash on my own brain and trying to pull back and just be like, stop, this is a bad idea. I know this is a bad idea. Shut up. Will you just shut the fuck up? And it's bad.
Like you're sitting there, actual you in your brain's like, stop, I beg of you. The words coming out of your mouth. Guess I have to dig this hole a little bit deeper. And then you
Exactly. I genuinely piss myself off with that.
This guy couldn't remember fucking the recipe to make ice. The second he says, you know what? No. That guy can remember something you did 8 years ago to the minute and pull it out of nowhere and drop it in your fucking lap with so much garnish on it that it not only blows your mind, but makes you feel like the asshole. It's amazing. And it wouldn't be so unusual if he didn't do it every fucking time.
Is this the autism? Yeah, I feel like it is. I feel like when I get that.
No, seriously? No, it is. It is because I could swear before he says, you know what? No, I swear from a couple states over, I just hear, ah! And then like a fucking explosion as his hair turns yellow. That's gotta be it. It's gotta be it. Next scene.
Oh, God.
You are the worst. I'd never trade you in for anyone.
Aw, I love you too, Alex.
Just read the fucking text.
It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show. Oh, and guess what? Research has shown that's fine. Really, you don't need to know all the gory details. I think I get it. You just spray the stuff on something and you want to test, right? Precisely. You can find even the slightest trace poison with this. Ooh, I want to try too, Emma. Pretty please. You don't have to ask twice. I already use it on everything suspicious, of course. Yay! Let's give it a whirl, Apollo. Ah! Oh, fuck! seeing if I got a reaction off of you. How's this for a reaction? Never do that again. I'm not poisonous. Put that to those hapless witnesses on the stand.
I don't know, man. I've seen how you act. You kind of toxic though, Apollo. You kind of toxic though. You need to go to some sensitivity training. I've heard you in the confidentiality of your own home. I know the sort of racially charged dialogue that comes out of your mouth. They can't help where they were born. You need to fucking do something about this. Is a progressive society. Japanifornia isn't like that. You're not allowed to say those words. You'll lose social credit points, Apollo Justice. Then they won't let you be the main character in your own video game franchise, and then what'll you do? Fucking nothing. You'll play second or fiddle to Phoenix Wright for the rest of your life. Oh, sorry. That is your entire life. That's literally how you were born, raised, and how you're gonna die. The off-colored Phoenix Wright with twice as much personality and a quarter of as much literally anything going on. Welcome to your life, Apollo Justice. You were a mistake. You are the Meg Griffin of Ace Attorney characters.
I wish you weren't true about that one.
What, Apollo being the Meg Griffin of just in the middle of a trial, Apollo's like, object! And then Phoenix is like, shut up, Meg. And then he just takes over. Does Phoenix Wright ever steal one of Apollo's objections? Is Apollo like, object? No, actually.
I don't know.
I'm gonna let you finish, Apollo. I'm gonna let you finish, Apollo.
Actually, no. I think there are several moments like that. You'll see in Ace Attorney 6.
Apollo Justice gets Kanye'd.
And Andy, if it's any consolation, he rated pretty high in the Japanese popularity pool. It's. I'm thankful that people appreciate him as a character, but I think we all agree that this game was not Capcom's best.
I heard he was really popular in a porn at one point, so...
Oh my god.
Wait. Sorry, that's characters from A Christmas Story.
I'm sure Emma checked out all the likely spots. Wait a second. What is it, Apollo?
Okay. Just not even gonna designate that one, alright.
Did you spray that little desk over there? I don't think so. The spray probably can't reach that far, you know? Well, let's check it out, just to be sure.
The spray can't reach that far. Issues that I have no trouble with. Normally with me, it's the opposite. It's like, the spray got everywhere, asshole! Sorry.
I have never seen a more powerful phrase from Jeff. Found the F list. Someone went looking for you, apparently.
Hope they found the real me and not one of the 4 people impersonating me.
Got impersonators. That's impressive.
A
reaction, Apollo.
Someone tried to RP with me as myself at one point without knowing I was me.
That's funny.
Yeah, they were like, they tried to be like, this is my straight truck driver character who makes deliveries and has sex with people in their apartments, and he is very heterosexual. And I'm like, buddy, you couldn't have gotten everything about me any more wrong than you already have if you had like an instructional sheet about my personality and then just fucking Control-Z the entire fucking thing and wrote it over from scratch. Like, holy shit, man.
I don't know, Eyes. I feel like you are very heterosexual with your husband of 10 plus years.
20
plus years.
Yeah. And that's longer than you'll make it to if you get it wrong again.
Understood.
Good boy.
The inside of that cute little frame, look! Look over there! The plot! Well, would you look at that? Nice going, Trucy. I'm known to work magic. Never mind that I was the one who found it.
Yeah, Austin, F-List is a very difficult place to find roleplay with, especially because there's so many people that are outright pedophiles on there.
Yeah, we don't go on that site. Not a good place.
Oh my god. The best part is the admins are like, we don't report folks like that. That's kink shaming. I'm like, bro.
That's not.
It's not kink shaming. That's a felony. It's different. Holy fucking shit, that website.
Why would the inside of that frame have poison on it? Like we found the only other place that was poison in any case.
Sorry, the second that you were like, Yeah, this one goes downhill quick. I was like, oh, gotta entertain people. This is gonna be a rough ride.
No, it's gonna be fine. Let's take a closer look at the desk.
It's got that
Alright.
Blade Runner zoom in shit going on.
Something about the way that figure is posed. I've seen that pose before. It's you, Apollo. See, you're making one of your flamboyant gestures. Please, I am a professional.
Ah, yes. Standing straight, pointing right. My favorite.
I do wonder why it's posed like that. Coincidence?
It's not even one of the poses Apollo does. It's totally incorrect.
This is Drew Misham? Misham? I have no idea. I've always pronounced it Misham. And this little girl must be Vera. Yeah, they took that some years ago. They look close. Happy little family. Yeah, until you arrested his daughter. Look, I was personally against that, okay? She just didn't seem very suspicious, scientifically speaking. Uh-huh. Right. This envelope has been opened and resealed. Ooh, I know how to do that. You take a pot of boiling water and hold the envelope up to the steam. Glue melts and it opens. Cool, huh? Whoever did this wasn't so delicate. You're right. They just ripped it open and stuck it back together. Huh? Postmark on this letter is from 7 years ago. Why would someone open a letter then seal it again? Better hang on to this. All right, now for actually one of my favorite parts of this case. It's actually
is this a bad one or?
I mean, this little part, this is one of my favorite parts of this case. Like, this case is, ooh, lots of train wreck, but there's moments that I like about it. Oh, yeah, well, that's a bright red envelope. She sure is jumpy. Someone opened this, didn't they? My lips are sealed.
Around what?
Lips are sealed? That's a first. You mean, you know what's inside the envelope? Sure, I read it after all. Ah, you mean you were the one who ripped this open? Ha! Please, I would have steamed it open. But she did sneak a peek at it, apparently. Know that I have a powerful weapon on my side. Weapon? Yes, the use of tools. Highly specialized tools for information gathering. I wouldn't mind getting my hands on. You should try flattering her, Apollo. A little praise can open big doors. Never heard that one, but it's good advice. Try talking to her some more. About that envelope we found. I was wondering if you could help us out with that tool you were mentioning. You want to know about my tool, do you? Please don't word it like that. Why? People are gonna start getting thoughts, Emma. Right. It's called an X-ray analyzer. X-ray, like the X-rays you get at the dentist? That's right. At least that's what I call it. Huh? It has a real name, but it's much more complicated. The X-ray spectralization is something. How am I supposed to remember all that? So basically, it lets you see inside things, like envelopes. That's right. You're sharp, Trucy. But it's a bit more complicated than that, in practice, of course. Actually, to tell the truth, I'm not really sure how it works scientifically. Can I try it out, Emma? Please? Oh, I suppose. Of course, I've already checked out everything suspicious myself, so. All right, let's give it a spin, Apollo. Ah! What are you doing? Oh, just seeing if I could see through your hair. But it's like lead. Point that thing at me anymore and it might all fall out. And I wouldn't need an X-ray machine to see through it.
Oh, is that why he's not in many of the other games after this? Because he got fucking brain cancer?
No, he's a prominent part of both of the games. Like, they act like this is actually his trilogy. It's just he's overshadowed at every turn. It's so funny that this trilogy is about him, but he's just overshadowed at every single turn. It is genuinely hysterical. Right, let's test it on a sample first. It just so happens that I have a lottery ticket here. You set the sample in the device like so. I don't see anything. Patient, there's no need to get all antsy. look at the right side of the screen. That's the layer view of the envelope. Layer view? You've got it set to display the outside of the envelope now. See? Actually, it's quicker to just have you give it a try. Turn that dial there and flip for me, would ya? That's right. That's how you choose what deck you want to scan. Hey, I got something! See? That's how you can read the letters on the ticket inside. Cool, huh? Except, I can't read them. I'll just turn the dial a little more. What you have to do is, what you have to understand is that a sheet of paper isn't really flat at all. When you zoom in that much, you see that paper is like a bunch of bills and ballads. Wow, really? This X-ray device uses a beam with a wavelength of only 0.05 microns. Breaks cards down into thin layers so it can only show what's written on that layer.
Damn, I know a guy with a penis that big.
Bold of you to say it's that big.
Well, I mean, you know, when he trims his pubes a bit, it stands up about that tall.
Not entirely following you, but what good is it if you can't read anything? Well, that's why we go on to step 2. Try rubbing the image a bit if you would. Rubbing, like going over the image
Same thing as the guy's dick. Gotta rub it a little bit.
There, that fixes the image on the screen. Now, turn the dial again. Just a little. Good. Now you can rub this image to fix it too. Yeah, I get it. We just keep doing this until we've got the whole thing. Exactly. Not bad. Yeah, let's do some more. Back up.
Well, at least it's a lot easier to... God.
Okay, let's print this one out. Okay, hold up. They changed this.
What? What do you mean?
It used to just say loser, like try again or something. She did not have a winning ticket in the original. Woohoo! I'm a big winner. See, this is the true hidden power of my weapon. Neat, huh? Now let's try it out on the real thing, shall we?
Maybe they didn't want to have a girl associated with losing because women can't lose in this day and age.
No, it wasn't that. At least, or I might be misremembering it, but I swear. I don't know.
Well, you shouldn't swear, Dandy. It's not nice.
Fuck.
It's unironically something that I did once.
You've told me that story.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Don't swear! Shit, sorry. Fuck, damn!
Okay, let's print this one out. Mr. Drew Misham, I've deposited the $100,000 in the designated account. Please send a receipt once you've confirmed the transfer. Someone deposit $100,000 to Mr. Misham's account? These must be really valuable.
Wait, I think I just realized something.
What?
I think that guy makes counterfeits.
There's another page in there. Care to take a look? Oh, you better! If you're gonna read someone's mail, you might as well read it all.
Dude, I think he does counterfeits or something. His name is literally Drew My Sham. Sham is a fraud.
Is that the fucking pun with his name? All these years, never pieced it together. Holy shit.
Well, I mean, it might not be, but like if he actually does make counterfeits, or if he's like a tracing, like an artist that like traces other people's work, then it would make total sense. Like Drew My Sham.
Maybe it's like my shame. Like he's just a porn artist. He just draws people's like unfortunate like stuff. But oh shit, I didn't read that. Fuck. Uh-oh. Well, apparently it was a letter about from one of his paintings. Why all the secrecy though? And what? Why was this letter the only one in here? It's 7 years old, right? Maybe it had some special significance to him? Well, Emma? Well, indeed. She knows something she's not telling us. But she's keeping mum about it. Also, apparently it said, sign the papers and send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. I need not remind you to speak of this to no one. So, Emma, I was wondering, what's the story about this reporter that came here for a story the night of the crime? I'm afraid I can't tell you because he's going to be a witness tomorrow, I hear. You thought so? I'll never forget that face, but what was his name? Oh, right. Brushel. Brushel. He's after a scoop to sell to the papers. The reporter comes in for an interview with a painter. His first interview ever, and that night he's killed. Seems strange to you? Really strange. It does raise a few questions. I'd like to speak with this reporter if I could. Well, I hear he's on the beat today, too. Said something about covering a magician. A magician? Not Trucy, that leaves only one other person. Wasn't Val Grammary by any chance, was it? Yeah, something like that. He's got some big show lined up, I hear. He's out interviewing Valiant Grammary. Like, I'll be heading out to that Coliseum again sooner than I thought. Here, I'll give you that reporter's card if you want. Oh my god, it even says Los Angeles, California. You ain't fooling anyone, localizers. Alright. You ready for this, Man Ice?
Sure.
You're gonna be voicing him.
Oh boy.
Woohoo! This is it, Apollo. The place where magic and dreams converge. Just a while ago was the place where murder and nightmares converged. Let's go say hi to Uncle Valen. What about the case?
Okay. Can you send me a picture of this character?
Well, no, this is
on-
Magician, dude.
Oh, okay.
Only a performer laughs like that.
The young Miss Trucy! How often I hoped we'd meet again, only to tell myself it was an impossible dream.
Uncle Valen, how's it going? I'm glad to see you too.
Of course you are.
Humility is definitely not one of his stronger traits.
Well, Miss Trucy, how does the day find you? If you've come to give me flowers, do it after the show, I beg you.
Actually, we came to wish you good luck. And congratulations on your big magic show.
Oh, but it is I who wish to congratulate you. Not everyone is so lucky as to witness miracles such as the ones I shall perform.
Yeah, you're amazing. We get the picture.
The world will watch in wonderment as Magnifi's illusions are reborn. Here, on stage, by my hand.
You should have the right number of fingers for it.
What?
I'm sorry, I'm just remembering the fucking Fantastic Four posters again. Like, just seeing his hand in that pose just reminded me of that fucking three-fingered monstrosity.
Alright, I get it.
You know, everyone's talking about the Big Magic Show. Is it true that the Grammary Miracle is back after a 7-year absence?
Miss Trucy, I must apologize. This show, and this honor, should have been his.
Daddy.
My co-magician in training, Zach Grammary, if that terrible thing hadn't.
It's okay.
Your father was a great magician, Trucy. If he were alive, then I, Valiant Grammary, would have been proud to stand upon this stage as his assistant.
Thanks, Uncle Valen. You know, I'm happy you're doing the show. To think we get to see the great Magnifi's illusions again. She really is looking forward to this, isn't she? He killed her. Why? Why are you so quick to jump to say that he Wow. Y'all watch too many crime dramas.
My mentor, the magnificent Magnifi Grammary, was a true deity among magicians. A creator god who gave birth to magic and illusions that defied our very imaginations.
I was so little when I last saw him, but I still remember his shows. He did wheelies in a sports car through the air above the audience, and then sped off to outer space faster than the speed of sound. I'm guessing my memory was a bit embellished, but...
For 7 long years, the world has been waiting for a miracle to match his. As heir to the Gramarye Troop's secrets, it falls to me to provide one. It is my God-given destiny. Yes, you, nameless face who speaks for the nameless masses. How can I help you?
Really? Nameless? If the world was waiting, why did you hold off for 7 long years?
It appears the lad is uninformed. Perhaps if you have heard of the magic known as law, which governs our land.
I have, though I'm not sure it qualifies as magic.
Well then, how the fuck did you become a lawyer? Because there is absolutely no way that would be possible if magic doesn't exist.
I passed the bar! So they lowered the standards by a little bit, but I still passed.
If that bar was for limbo, you could trip over it and win. I'm very proud of that joke. Oh my god. Or just take a moment to have to sit there and be like, I'm proud of myself. That was really good. Boy, if that Apollo Justice was a real person, I bet he'd be razzle-dazzled right about now.
He would have been insanely razzle-dazzled.
He would have been potentially even triggered slightly.
It's just like, oof, my non-existent pride.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, fucking hitting Apollo Justice is basically like kicking a dying dog when it's just laying on the ground struggling to breathe.
Yeah.
Okay. The performance of Magnify's miracle was impossible. A certain law prevented it for 7 years, but no more now that they've revoked child statute. Wait, what?
7 years. He sure likes to pop up, doesn't he? Why was that?
A little matter called performance rights, Miss Trucy. Which is the opposite of performance anxiety, a thing that Mr. Apollo Justice have to deal with every night.
Well, can you tell us about these performance rights?
Magnify's magic relied on an incredibly innovative idea, a trick, if you will. That trick was considered his property, and as such was protected by property laws.
Intellectual property, maybe?
Magnify knew this and bequeathed it in his will. To one person.
You mean him?
Yes. Miss Trucy, it was your father. Zach Gramarye was the inheritor of the Gramarye miracle.
Daddy.
No father, daddy's Phoenix. Ew.
It is
Yet,
2025.
well know-
People are allowed to have 2 daddies. You stop that.
You're proud of that one, aren't you?
A little bit.
Do you have that one incubating in the back of your fucking brain, ready to birth that to reality for us? Oh, he even has a sip ready.
Funny thing is, I don't think the SIP picked up on OBS.
It did.
People didn't. Oh.
I think it did. So, what you're telling me is, you steal my jokes, you steal my sip, you want to dye your hair red too?
Nah, I feel like it would clash with blue.
Lucia pulled it off. I don't expect you to know what that reference is. Literally one person will know.
I'm sorry.
Yet, as you well know, he is gone. He disappeared suddenly 7 years ago.
think I see where the story is going. Once a person is classified missing for a certain period of time, considered legally deceased, correct?
In all absoluteness, those rolled up sleeves conceal your competence well, young man.
Thank you.
What are the fucking rolled up I'm sorry, your bulging biceps made you believe you were some sort of gym jock frat bro and not a practicer of the cervix of law. Why did I say cervix? I meant to say service. Why did I say cervix, chat?
I was trying to be as quiet as possible for as long as I could. Let that soak.
Why did I quote the giggle bean when I was trying to reference that joke? Well, that certain period of time. That must be why I said cervix. In case you don't know, Dandy, the cervix is a part of the female anatomy, and when I looked at the word period, which is a part of the menstrual cycle, I laughed because the two things might correlate with one another. I know it's a bit strange given that you have never seen pussy in your life before.
Ice trying and failing to beat back the straight trucker accusations.
What? Oh, God. No. If there was anything beating involving a cervix, it would be the person that had one. I hate women. That certain period of time of which you speak is 7 years.
Oh.
Yes, Miss Trucy. Though it pains me to say it, it doesn't actually pain him. This spring, April, to be precise, was the time. Your father was legally declared deceased in the absence of a formal will. The secrets of our mighty mentor Magnifi passed to me. This was, in fact, stipulated in the will by Magnifi himself.
Is that what works, Apollo? Yeah, it's called death in absentia. He's declared missing permanently. Okay.
Did you know that? Yes, Smith. I know that was the. God, humor is lost on people. Also, fun fact. Did you know I had someone being like, Ice, you're not a himbo. You have big vocabulary. But did I ever tell you why I know so many words?
I think you've told me before.
Yeah, I used to get made fun of by a couple autistic people because and my husband because I fuck up certain words really badly.
Me trying to pronounce virulent. I can't even pronounce a fucking 8-letter word.
Yes, fucking. It hurts me. It hurts me so much. Hey, Dandy, pronounce Paradigm.
Paradigm?
You wanna know what I used to pronounce it?
You say paradigm. Which is totally understandable. There are words that I have said. I used to. I need you to understand. I worked at Starbucks. We got this fun little salad with tiny little seed beans in it. And I saw the word. And I was like, I know how to pronounce that. Hey, did you guys... I get on the headset and I'm like, hey, did you guys see we got some of this, the weird quinoa salads in? And I need you to understand. Working at a Starbucks, surrounded by white girls. They all started laughing at me.
Oh my god, it's quinoa. Look at this stupid man.
They didn't say stupid man, but they just started laughing hysterically. One of them was like, sweetie, it's pronounced quinoa. And I'm like, no, it's not. You cannot tell me that it's pronounced quinoa.
That's what caused Anakin to fall to the dark side.
Yeah.
Anakin, it's pronounced quinoa. That's not true. That's impossible. Oh, wait.
Also, I see someone posted the word supercalifragilisticexpialidocious in chat, and fun fact, on one of my second grade spelling tests, that was the bonus word for extra credit, and I am proud to say that I am one of the very few people in class that actually got it right.
Wait, is that how you pronounce that word?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? Yeah, Mary Poppins, man.
Oh my god, that is not how I used to pronounce that.
What did you... Okay, I need to know. How did you do it?
Tom.
Easier to say. So,
I think I was off by a couple syllables.
only a couple. You basically had it right.
Sweet.
So, a journalist was here on a story? Sorry, I was talking with my inner demons.
I'm considered an inner demon now? Fuck yeah, I just got a promotion.
Good.
Sorry, I just saw a fucking cursed meme. Like, I looked to the right to check chat, and I saw something on another one of my monitors, and it was like one of those I receive, you receive things, and it was just, I receive Panama Canal, you receive, we are going to fucking kill you.
God! If you know the history of the Panama Canal. Anyways, not getting into that.
All eyes in the universe are upon my stage. All penis.
For fuck's sake! Come on!
A little gay today. All pens seek to commit its mysteries to paper.
His name is Brushel.
Brushel. Brushel. Brushel. Brushel.
I think he remembers him. He doesn't look too happy about it.
Brushel. That cloying smell of mint when he smiles. Yes.
Could you tell us more about him? What did he want?
A man by that name called on me just now.
Just now?
Yes, just now. Valen's vision is always towards tomorrow. Valen's feet step always forward. And now, apparently, Valent speaks in the third person, which would be unfortunate if Valent was here to hear it. That is all.
That's all very confusing.
Valent is to perform a big magic show, yes? Valent wanted someone to cover it. Yet, he had ears only for that incident.
That incident?
In any case, Valent requested that rapacious?
Yeah, I don't know what rapacious means. Hold on.
It sounds enough like rape that I'm a little concerned.
Having or showing a strong or excessive desire to acquire money or possess things. Greedy.
So this dipshit literally just said rapacious because he loves alliteration that much.
Well, also, dude, he's saying that this reporter was greedy for a scoop that he did not want to share.
In any case, I requested that the rape... Fuck,
Rapacious. No, I didn't know how to... I didn't know what it meant.
I didn't want to say the rape reporter. That guy had to remove himself. So a painter has died. What of it? douche. It is but a footnote in the footlights compared to the magic of grammar. Did bro just say a dead man means nothing compared to his fucking sleight of hand tricks?
Yeah.
Really?
Uncle Valent, do you know where the reporter went?
I recommended he visit that place popular with penalized perpetrators.
The detention center?
Fuck
Just say
off. He was a rude individual. Might I see that card?
Sure.
He would tear apart my respectability. I will tear apart him.
Ooh, here it comes, Apollo. Uncle Valent's big magic trick. Gonna fix the card? Not sure that qualifies as big magic.
No, I just wanted to destroy it.
What happened to the big magic?
Is it not more miraculous for it to stay You dipshit! You just destroyed fucking evidence?
He must have really not liked that journalist. To be fair, it was just a business card. It wasn't actual evidence. It was just a business card.
I would have tased him. Just tase him.
He doesn't, you know.
Just
okay.
tase him.
Oh,
I would've
you're still
tased him.
here. You're actually at your job for once. See you later. He's so hostile towards Phoenix. You're here to see your mission? Yeah, that's right. Medical office at the moment. Medical office? Is she okay? Just lying down. Said she didn't feel so good. Sorry, but I can't allow any meetings at the moment. Most annoying client ever. Guess we should come back.
Well, fuck, alright. That's kind of unfortunate.
Oh, there's one thing we forgot to torment Valent with. Hold on.
Is it hygiene? Tase him.
I was wondering if you could tell me about this.
Ha ha! Why, that bears the Grammary seal!
Uncle Valent, is something wrong?
Trucy, where did you get this?
Huh? Daddy gave it to me.
Your dad, my.
No, my other daddy, Phoenix Wright.
Why not? Why would your Lord Daddy?
Lord Daddy? Yeah, that's kind of stretching the whole archaic thing a bit.
Well, most people that get called daddy are doing some stretching of some sort anyway, so it kind of tracks.
God! But
Yeah! I'm on a fucking roll tonight. This signature upon the back. Do you recognize it? That belongs to none other than Zach Grammary.
What? Daddy signed this?
You call too many fucking people daddy. Might I be so bold as to open it?
I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that.
Okay.
What's in this envelope, I wonder?
Now the time has come when I must return to make my prestidigitation preparations. By your leave, Miss Trucy.
Thanks, Uncle Valent.
3 days from now, make ready for a miracle.
That fucking music cut out so quick. It's like, duh. Didn't even fade out. Jesus. What do you think that journalist was after? Why did Valent react like that to this envelope? I think it's time to pay the detention center another visit.
Yes, Henry, I realize how old she is. That's why I think her calling people daddy is fucked up.
There's the date. There we go. Okay, we got this.
Finally. What the fuck?
No, not at all. Looks like someone's already meeting here. Maybe that reporter?
Oh my god, I got this.
Hi there. How you doing? Who might you be?
Chat, strap in. That's the voice we're going with, I guess.
So
sorry.
when we start, Dandy, when we started playing this game, do you remember?
I showed you this dude.
Uh-huh.
I didn't tell you who he was, but I was just like, and I remembered.
And someone messaged me about it and was like, do the goofy voice with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I noted it and I saved it. And now we're gonna be in for a heckin' good time.
Sorry, we didn't know someone was already here. I'm Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Talk about a nervous monkey.
Oh, you're Justice, okay.
You know me?
Do I know you? Of course I know you. Stares down witnesses on the stand till they spill the beans, end quote.
That's not true. What's he writing?
Oh god, I fucking hate his animations, dude. Like, I passionate, like that fucking, Are
you a reporter by any chance?
God. Oh, you're Drusy.
Am I famous?
Oh, his teeth upset me! I'm really this guy is the ugliest character you have ever seen in this game. Like, every aspect of this dude is actually physically upsetting me. Like, his eyes especially are just they're not. Oh yeah. Trucy Wright eats carrying a bag. Puts everything she owns in her panties, end quote.
That's so not true!
Oh, you bet your sweet ass it is. Just hold on to your tits there. I'll wrap up this interview in a yiffy.
Interview?
So, guard, I think I know what's going on here. Guarding rooms is my life. Who else could I possibly need, end quote.
No, how many times do I have to tell you this? Look, I've got work to do. You deal with him. Did you come here to interview the guard, or?
Oh, wait, what a pickle. Accused wouldn't talk, had to interview someone or go plumb crazy, end quote.
Huh? You guessed.
Where are my manners? Name's Brushel, Spark Brushel. I'm not picky. Journalist just closes eyes, writes, end quote.
It's that nauseatingly strong mint smell every time he grins.
Until you've been interviewed by me, you don't know what thrilling is. Wild romp through crossroads of mayhem, madness, end quote.
I can see that. Writing something again. Well, if he's a reporter, maybe he knows something.
Okay, so here's the thing that kind of chuffs me a bit, and I don't like it. He's clearly writing something. There is no evidence of anything being written on his forearm.
Yeah? Yeah.
What is it about him that is setting me off? Like, it's actually making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, that's everyone. That is the natural, feeling when he's on the screen. Everyone feels like that. It's not just you, I promise. I hate this man. Fitting considering his hair looks like a brush and he has what looks like a toothbrush. His name is Brushel. They were like, what if a toothbrush was a person? I don't understand why. I hate him. I hate him so much. So, Mr. Brushel, you're a journalist?
Oh, mate, look, let me state one thing for the record here.
Yes?
I'm the interviewer, you understand, yeah? I'm the one asking the questions here, end quote.
Okay.
It's because his fucking eyeballs are magnified by his glasses.
Yeah.
It's the way his fucking eyes are framed in his glasses that make the top rim of the glasses look like gigantic fucking eyelashes. And
Look at
because
how-
his eyes don't go off to the side of the fucking frame of the glasses, it makes them look uncomfortably large when paired with his gigantic fucking gum line that is receding for the fucking hills.
Look.
It definitely he is an he's a pedophile. There is no way he doesn't touch kids. I'm sorry.
You wanna know
The rosy cheeks, the smile, the creepy eyes, his eyebrows being like up in the upper atmosphere.
The eyebrows are the thing that upset me the most about his design. I'm like, that is way too high up. I don't like it.
Obnoxious gag character upsets audience, touches children, end quote. You think a movie director watches movies?
Well, I think he
gosh.
probably does. I mean, you gotta say
Exactly. I knew you'd understand.
Okay. So, the night of the murder, you were at Drew's studio?
Oh, me? Look, let me state one thing for the record.
Yes?
I may look calm and collected, but I'm busy. Real busy. Always on the road.
I don't think calm nor collected is any word.
Oh,
I've
you
ever
should
used.
see all the type of ladies and gents that want to jump on this dick. I mean, journalist always buys one-way tickets, never looks back. End quote.
I can understand that philosophy, but
You want to know the thing about one-way tickets? Once you use them, they're gone. All because you have to give them to the guy at the airport.
true enough, although most of that's digital these days, I can't remember the last time I handed a ticket to anyone. But wait, don't they give away normal tickets too?
Exactly. See, the same thing.
What is? So, went to do a story on Drew Misham. He never had a story done about him before?
That's right. Look, let me state one thing for the record here.
What this time?
I'm sure you're gonna want to know about my source. What tipped me off to Drew? Why did the interview in the first place?
Well, yes.
Look, it's like, oh, I've got it. Say there's this burger joint with fabulous ketchup. A Faye has entered the chat. You think the burger guy's gonna tell me where he got it?
At the supermarket, maybe?
I know, exactly. See, that's what I'm talking about.
I may have actually understood that one.
Well, there's nothing I can talk about, really. Walls have ears, eyes. I think there's a strategically placed butthole in some of them, especially glass walls with speakers. End quote.
Right. Guess we'll leave then.
But since you're here, might as well tell you a tidbit of news I just saw, just for the heck of it.
Sure, tell us. Just for the heck of it.
That's not what I said. I remember it was like yesterday. I remember it like it was yesterday. I'd seen a movie on a trip and wandered into this burger place with amazing ketchup, when an article in a tabloid caught my eye. Famous oil painting stolen from art dealer's gallery. End quote. That's what I believe it was. Oh no, I don't like it! No! Did his nose just get a fucking boner for a second? What the fuck was that? I just got a nose jump scare. What the fuck? I legitimately just got a fucking fight or flight ref. Ah!
Is this animation? No.
Fuck. No. No, he did it for a split second. He did like a fucking nose boner. His nose just kind of went, and like fucking grew and like got pink and shit. Oh, God. No, you did. You saw that, right? I'm not. No,
I actually
you saw it. You're
didn't.
fucking with it.
I actually
No.
didn't.
Really? Oh my. No, we need that. No,
Are you going crazy?
Lupus, for the record, we need this for preserving sanity.
I think you're going insane.
I've known you long enough that I'm long since past that point. I'm looping all the way back around to coherence.
Are you sure?
You bet your sweet Peppy I am. Happens every day, right? But I thought I'd seen that painting somewhere before. A painting of a giant peach floating down a river with some bugs. No, he did it again! He fucking did it again! He has nose boner issues! I hate him! I want him to die! Get rid of him! No! No more! Gone! Be gone! Out! Out! Fuck him! I hate him! Fuck! Fuck it! God damn it!
Someone stole an oil painting. Giant peach.
We're not just... No, I hate this fucking guy. I hate him. Hi, dear.
Have fucking neighbors.
Who gives a fuck?
Never mind, that guy's a fucking freak.
Yeah, I told you. I fucking told you.
About as he comes in, it's just like, shut the fuck up. Sees him as like, never mind. Please continue. Understandable. Have a nice day.
Yeah. It's like, right. Thank you. Carry on. The journalist can smell a scoop better than burgers. End quote. God, I fucking hate this guy. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can find the person who did the concept art for this character.
Okay. Well, how'd it go?
Send them a cease and desist.
Find anything out? Actually, there was one thing I wanted to check with you. Oh, what's with that scary face you're making? What's with the I know something but I'm not telling face you got going, Emma? This painting came from behind that dresser. Yeah, so it was stolen, no? I was hoping you wouldn't figure that out. Do you think you could tell us a bit about this? I suppose it's what you think. Drew Misham was a forger. Forger?
Oh my god, really? I was right?
You called it. You fucking So, what exactly is a forger? Well, basically it's someone who makes forgeries. Fakes, in other words. Fakes? Copies of an original. Exact copies. So precise you can't tell them apart. Well, why not just photocopy them? Well, the big problem with forgeries is that people try to sell them as the real article. It's a crime, of course.
It's hilarious because they're making like the B plot of some of the most dramatic furries on the internet and they turned it into a fucking Ace Attorney game. That's really impressive that they could figure that out.
Right.
So, furry artist traces artwork. Hey, that's a great plot for a video game.
Complete with the magic panties and everything. So, Drew Misham was a criminal? I'm afraid so. He received money to create elaborate forgeries. To supplement his work in illustration, I guess. Let's see. Actually, that's why I brought this here in the first place. What do you mean? When you're trying to determine if a painting is a forgery, the rough sketch underneath can be a valuable clue. So the rough sketch is like practice for the real thing, like doing a magic trick in front of a mirror before you go on stage. But not in the case of forgery. Not necessarily, anyway. You know what the finished product is gonna look like, after all. Oh, yeah, I guess you would. So that's why I brought this. I'm gonna use it to see what's under the paint of the finished pieces. I get it now. Not that I really needed to go to such lengths, seeing as how one of the paintings was only half finished anyway. Still, it'd be neat to see Mr. Misham's rough sketches. Kind of like what he was drawing when he thought no one was looking. True. That would be interesting. Maybe valuable for our case. You should try buttering her up, Apollo. Flattery will get you everywhere, they say. Maybe I should ask Emma to help us out. Yeah. I kind of wanted to see the rough sketch under this painting, and I was wondering if your tool there might do the trick. Oh, fine, fine.
You're a tool, Apollo.
Just this time, though. Let's check it out. All right. Here we go. What do you think we're gonna find underneath this?
Hideous goon stains.
Oh god, I hope not.
Just greasy, thick, ropey, nasty.
Oh, don't use the adjective ropey.
Dandy, I just want to point something out to you.
Yeah?
There's some amazing Spark Brushel reaction gifs.
Please don't. Okay, let's print this one out. Interesting. You seeing this or are you staring at Brushel?
I'm seeing it's clearly fucking dipshit attorney playing goddamn poker.
What the heck? Wow, he really blows. The finished painting isn't anything like the rough. Devices like mine didn't exist until recently. He probably thought he could draw any sort of thing he wanted to for the rough. What do you mean? Well, in the past, you could only analyze composition of a rough sketch. Composition? In other words, the traces of charcoal between paint pigments. So you could tell if there had been a rough sketch, but not what it looked like. I think I follow you. So, in essence, it wouldn't matter what was underneath the finished painting.
Yeah, that's why it's important to clean up when you're done, because you don't want them to find your composition.
Some pros would actually paint out a rough sketch entirely, and do a completely new painting on top of that. So, Mr. Mission was drawing whatever he wanted before painting over them. Possibly. Is there a problem with that? Not particularly, but something about the sketch itself is kind of odd. You're awfully silent all of a sudden, Apollo. Do you think we could check out one of the other paintings? Well, sure. You like this detection stuff, don't you? Take care, Zippy. Have a good one, dude.
Drive safely, Zips.
All right, next one. Any guesses to this one?
It's a jackal? It's a jackal. Is it a jackal? Looks like a jackal. Jackal? Jackal. It's a jackal. It's a jackal? It's jackal. Jackal?
Boobs, sunfish. I don't think it's gonna be a sunfish, Chad. It's gonna be something useful for our face.
Oh, he's doing fucking pictures of all of the goddamn crime scene shit we had before. There's like the ramen stand and
This one too.
Okay.
What's wrong, Apollo? So serious all of a sudden. Do you think I could just look at the last of these? Fine by me. Knock yourself out.
And I bet this one's going to be from the last case.
The concert?
Yep. Wow, this is almost compelling. I wonder how they're going to fuck it up. You can really tell that there it is.
Oh.
Also, I want to point out that if he put that much detail into a painting, into the rough of a painting before painting over it, like with something totally different, then he's got a considerable amount of time on his hands.
Yeah.
Especially for that last one. That last one is super detailed down to the texture.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of like, something
impressive.
was suspicious. Something sussy baka is going on.
What the heck is all this? I hesitate to ask why you're getting so excited. You sure your device isn't leaking some kind of strange radiation? Trucy! Look at these 3 sketches. Do you notice anything? Ah! There! Oh, now you're both white as sheets. What's going on? These sketches are of the 3 cases I worked on. What? The murder in the poker room at the Borscht Bowl Club, the dead man pulling the noodle stand, and then the events that transpired during the Gaviners concert. What could it mean? How could he have drawn those things? And why? That's what I want to know. Wait, is Drew Mission your father? Oh, give me a break. Does that even seem remotely possible to you? Never even heard of any Drew Mission before. I hadn't even seen a picture of him. Here were my cases, drawn on his canvas. Every single one of them. Couldn't have been a coincidence. Just who was this Drew Mission? What did he have to do with me? Boop, boop. Oh God, the bad perspective room again. Good morning. So, you're Vera, right? I'm Trucy. Trucy Wright. That's right. W, but not right, right? We're on your side. You can tell us anything. Please.
She's just really upset because they took her out of the Ava cockpit. Eventually, they'll let her go back in, and she can get her ass beat and go into the medical ward again. She's a little grumpy.
Morning.
Oh yeah, she literally is just okay.
She speaks.
She's just Rei Ayanami. She's Rei Ayanami. That's
not
it.
bad.
She's just
Not bad. But I think you do better with a little smile, you know? You're so pretty, you need to sell yourself, you know? Trucy!
Oh, yeah.
Let's take it easy for starters. Thank you for taking my case.
You know what? Something really strikes me weird about this character. Hold on a second.
Uh-oh.
She doesn't have the right. There's something.
What? Is everything okay, Ice?
Something seems a bit weird about her. I don't know. So it'll probably come to me.
Okay. Okay, well, start, I guess. There she goes with nail polish again. That's great, really! It's so cultured. Want to try? Ooh, really? Girls. The victim, Drew Misham, was a forger. A stolen painting was found in his studio. Life of crime, really. And maybe one that led to his death. In a series with Larry Butts and that Brushel creep, she's absolutely just normal.
Well, we will now begin the trial of Verimisham. What the fuck am I doing?
Is the judge okay? Also, thanks for the follow, Hytall. Can't pronounce that right.
What's up, dude?
Realize I never followed you. Well, thank you for following. Glad to have you.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
His voice is all raspy and he's looking around all nervous like.
Oh. The repercussions of today's trials will most likely be felt for a long time, and may indeed alter our legal system forever. Today is a test of the juris system, and the first step towards a new order in the courts.
Daddy's secret mission.
The juris will function like a jury. No! Oh my god.
No, I know. I know.
Was there a writer's strike during this?
No.
Are you sure?
No, it's just Capcom.
It is hoped that inclusion will help the courts to better reflect the people's will.
Why aren't there any jurists in the courtroom?
Unfortunately, we do not have the budget to create spite artwork for all of them. I mean, 3 closed-circuit cameras watch this courtroom at all times. The jurors will have access to everything that transpires. Jurists! Judge Vel and Judge Cool. All right, now, see here, Prosecutor Gavin. I was going to say that. Ah, my apologies, Herr Judge. Jurists, today, judge today's trial coolly, if you would be so kind.
Jurists are unbound by the letter of the law. They don't affect the trial with evidence, but by their feelings. We're about to find out just what effect they're going to have.
Very well. Prosecutor Gavin, the details of the case, if you would. The victim is the painter Drew Misham. He was killed in his own studio. His coffee was poisoned. By whom, you ask? By none other than the defendant, Vera Misham.
There wasn't any poison in the coffee!
Achtung, someone has been doing their homework. Indeed, poison was not present in the coffee, but on the mug itself. The mug? Residue was found on the rim. I see. The autopsy report describes the manner of the victim's death. The court accepts this as evidence. According to this report, the victim's death was caused by atroquinine poisoning, a chemical compound that does not occur naturally. Lethal dosage is a mere 0.002 mg. A touch of atroquinine in the body. It is the touch of the Reaper's size.
And Clavier knows that because they wrote a song with atroquinine in the name, or whatever it is. God damn it, I keep bumping the fucking button.
Wait, he somehow managed to figure out a way to rhyme atroquinine with anything?
I have no idea, man. Apparently it's a song, though. He mentioned it in the last case.
I'd love to see the lyrics.
Right?
I have for you today a simple man for a simple case. A man who witnessed the murder in its entirety.
That journalist, no doubt.
Oh boy, I'm going to be bouncing between mood whiplash the voices.
You got
The
this, I
witness will
believe.
state his name. The witness will state his name and occupation. Ah! God! No. I need a break. I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Hey, chat. How y'all doing tonight? You know what? If ice is gone, I can do something. Okay, I got it. And yeah, those glasses are a little bit intense. Hold on, guys. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. Oh, well. Oh, no, there is. Well. I have discovered a new power that I have. And I feel like ice is going to scream at me when it comes back. Fine. Fine. I think, chat, you guys see what my vision is. And now we just wait and see if he notices. It looks better. He's gonna notice. Oh no, I know. I just want to see what he's actually. A little. Come on. Snap. Nice knowing you, Danny. Oh, I know. I'm going to get shit for this. He's going to destroy me. Don't worry. He's going to have the opportunity to do the exact same to me. The world is his now. I get it. Actually one of my favorite songs from her. I say her as if she's not just a computer program. You know, I think my favorite Vocaloid song was Just Be Friends, which it fit perfectly into that, the genre of Vocaloid where it was like, cheery, happy sounding music, actually depressing lyrics. Who designed this band and how do I give them a dose of trap? Hold on, I'm gonna... Spark Rushel. Hold on, let me just... Yeah! Okay, here, hold on. Let me put up some of the concept art. So here was some of the concept art for him. I love how, like, we almost got, like, Gru from Despicable Me. Also, I don't understand why they drew him shirtless. As far as I know, this is the only Ace Attorney character that, like, I've ever seen drawn shirtless in fucking concept art. So I'm like, why the fuck? He's in his underwear. You know, he sure is. Don't ban us, Twitch. It's fine. It's concept art. But like, this is, you know, he almost looks normal in some of these concept sketches. Like, he just looks like a normal man who's like kind of quirky, but then like, how do you go from dorky but fun reporter to me made wrong? I have no idea. It is something else, isn't it? Like, I feel like the picture, like the picture of him in like the sweater vest, that is an endearing character design. Like, he would have been like quirky and everything, but like, the thing is, they got that, and then you got this. It's like, bro, y'all did him dirty with this design. He could have looked decent. This concept art raises questions I prefer to never have answered. Oh, like what? What are some of the questions? Hey, Ice, welcome back.
I had to throw up. Sorry, what's up?
No, that's okay. I was just showing character art, or the concept art for Spark Brushel, and it's like, he looks decent, doesn't he?
If you don't get that fucking wig off my hair, I am going to have you parade around in this Gooner's outfit on every stream for the rest of the year.
Got it.
Good boy.
But no, like, seriously, like, the version with the sweater vest here, he actually looks decent. But then you get this. Like, why? Why'd y'all do this?
Could you send me that picture real quick,
Yeah.
just so I can like get a closer look? Cause like,
Because like in the bottom right, I'm just like, oh, he's just Gru from Despicable Me. Like that, it's just Gru. But if he was a reporter,
he looks
Skinny.
okay. So on the bottom right one, he looks like a Gotcha Man character or a character from Cyborg 009.
yeah.
Like he unironically, hold on.
How did it go from decent to that final product? I think the whole point was for him to be like, don't like it.
Yeah, the motto of let's make it as awful as we can.
Yeah. But I will say that like his current design definitely gives off the vibe of that personality of just like he is not all there and he is just constantly bouncing off the walls. Whereas like this one is like, this is like where he was like before the divorce, you know?
Yeah, and right now he's just
He's going through it. She just took the kids and he's just trying desperately to have anything in life. That's where he's at right now.
And that picture in the upper left was like, I'm just prepping this arm to inject steroid for the first time. I'll do a whole steroid and I'll be the best, coolest guy and everyone will stop making fun of me.
This man is
By the way,
sad.
before I was asked to do his voice as Goofy, I was gonna have him talk like this. Like,
either one works.
yeah.
Get ready.
Whoever
he has like
fucking-
fucking 4 testimonies.
Oh, it's not his voice that's hard, it's his face.
I don't know.
His face is a skill. His face is a skill check, dude.
That doesn't look all that hard to me. That looks like soft.
Also, the gesture that he's making is like, look at these tits. Like
that, or he's trying and failing to throw up a gang sign.
he's trying to bust out a jutsu. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu, the fireball jutsu. That's one of my favorites. Wait, no, that's not the fireball jutsu. That's the shadow clone jutsu. That's it.
No, that's not
Can you
even the
tell,
shadow clone. Shut up! Don't shut up, Dandy. Shut up, Dandy. I don't know these things. Can we continue?
All right. Well, for starters, my name's Spark Brushel. My job is a lone observer of the world.
In other words, a freelance journalist, right?
Helm, if you don't mind, I'd like to state something here for the record. Oh, my God. Someone who actually understands how the legal system works. That's a first in 4 fucking games. Yes, Mr. Brushel. I dislike conclusions, specifically the aspect of jumping to them. Preconceptions make park sandboxes of endless desert waste. End quote.
But you are a journalist. You said so yourself yesterday.
Yes, and you are a surgeon. Shut the fuck up. Let me testify. That is true.
Oh,
But
I
you
am
must
not
understand,
about to let myself be jerked around by this fucking pencil dick. Ah, hell no.
The guy's got an extendo neck to go along with that massive goiter of a chin, isn't it? But you must understand, I stand before you today, a man with a dream. I'm offering you my testimony in exchange for exclusive rights to this. Is bro actually trying to fucking make a goddamn negotiation on the goddamn stand? Oh, balls on this virgin. My God. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be offensive, Dandy, but I can tell just by looking at this guy's face that he was combing through the DNA swipe card like he was just scooping through the gene pool like he was sifting for cat shit in a litter box trying to collect every autism he could get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you true.
He was collecting them like fucking Pokemon cards, that guy right there.
Poor guy's trying his best, though.
Is he? That face right there is the face of a man who wasn't punched in it enough in high school. I'm sorry.
You should say that.
What are
Anyways,
you talking about? I was homeschooled. Scoop turns Mr. Brushel into that Mr. Brushel. End quote.
You guys heard Ice had the joke like cocked and ready to go, and then he remembered that I was homeschooled.
What are you talking about? No, I know you were homeschooled. That's why I made the joke. You don't dare think that I would back down for making a joke just because it related to somebody I know, do you? Are you kidding? You know how many child abuse jokes that I make all the time just because of the shit I went through? No.
That's
If you've been through it, that means your legs are already spread and your hole is already lubed up. All I have to do is go in and out a few times to reach my conclusion. I know exactly the kind of guy I am. You know?
You flashbang me with so many words.
Dude, seriously, someone could be like, you know, fucking, I've got hemorrhoids.
Well, at least that means your entrance is very well used.
Like that, I am open for anything. There are no safe victims.
Hey, Ice.
Hey, Daniel Bandicoot.
A simple case, eh, Gavin? For me, the jury is still out. He tries so hard to be cool.
He is the uncool. If you
I
put
know.
him in a room with one of the Blues Brothers, they would come out just another douche in a suit. What? Fuck, that was actually pretty rough.
Poor Apollo.
I visited the studio at 9 p.m. that night to do the interview. The first outsider to enter the atelier, journalistic history is made. End quote.
I am so happy that you're doing. I had no idea how to pronounce that word. I have not known for like over a decade. Atelier. What the fuck is an atelier?
No idea. His daughter brought us coffee right after we started.
A workshop or studio, especially for an artist or designer. Just say good.
And you know what happened next? Star Falls. End quote. No one entered the room besides her the whole time. While
That does sound like a simple case. Ooh, sorry, I had a sudden uncontrollable urge to punch something.
unless you were the one who poisoned him. What were you saying, Judge?
Need I remind you, the cameras are rolling today. I felt the need to be a bit dramatic.
Well, you didn't do it, did you? Me do a thing like that? Come on! That's like a newsmaker making the news, end quote. Or even contemporary witch hunt, end quote. Oh! Jesus fucking Christ! Oh. Why does it burn my fucking eyes every time he does that?
He's so awful.
I know, wild accusations, rock courtroom, end quote. Oh, I hate you.
Well, Prosecutor Gavin sure looks like he's having fun. I'm so happy for him. You have no idea. Thank you for the
Very
biddies,
well.
Teddy Bear.
Mr.
Bill-
Justice, your cross-examination, please.
If Bill Farmer ever retires as Goofy, I'm sending Ice to Disney for the role.
No.
I say this with the most love that I possibly can. I feel like Ice would speed run his termination from Disney.
I would walk in to the VA booth, sit down, pull up the script, clear my throat, and get fired.
Yeah.
That is how I would do it. Because the words that would come out of my mouth next would be the sort of thing that cause every person's ears to bleed. It causes organs to fail. And I would say them without a single bit of hesitancy. God, it's just his gums are the wrong fucking color, too.
Yeah. So, you were the first reporter ever in Drew's studio.
Posterity will look back on that night as a turning point in journalistic history. A basically insignificant step for all mankind. But a giant step for that Brushel guy. End quote.
I hope you seriously die a horrible death. And if no one on the outside ever had access to the studio, then it would serve to reason that the deed was done by an insider.
By which he means it did it.
God, I hope he did it.
So, how did the epoch-making interview go?
Would you mind being a little more specific?
Oh, boy. Well, let me tell you, I enjoy a couple. In fact, it all began when I was in 3rd grade. No, wait.
That's not what I meant.
I believe I know what your forehead is driving at. This coffee the victim was served. Did anyone other than the defendant touch it?
Right, that's what I was going to say, really.
Oh, well, now, if you've got a question I ask, you'd best straight up ask it. That's what I'll tell all the new recruits several times if necessary. Right for a grade schooler, that's my motto. Right for a grade schooler, even though I look like the kind of guy who would not be allowed within 20 feet of... I don't know. I was in the back looking at the studio's equipment when she served it.
I am strangled. Scrawny little neck.
I swear to God, I am going to kill the next person I see. Hi, hello! I'm so happy to see you! Oh, I'm so happy to see you! Blah, 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 blah.
What's this about a star falling? Star falls, huh? It's like an old telegram. Send money over.
Sally, you don't know. Well, that's like a journalism code word. An important personage passes away, a star falls. Get it?
There's no gravity in space, is there? I wouldn't think stars could fall, really. I mean, they're like the center of gravity, so they kind of are just like kind of falling into themselves like all the time. Does this matter?
Hey, spare the semantics, E.B. White. Oh boy, this is good stuff, good stuff. How about star brace? Nah, last punch. How about star flaunt? No, wait. Star dies? No, of course you could go with Drew dies. Straight to the point, I like it.
I think we need to hear about something a little more substantial. You say Mr. Misham had the coffee too, but did you actually see him drink the coffee?
Of course. He who sees wins, but he who says it wins bigger, and he who smelt it dealt it. End quote. I live in a man sees dog eat dog writes about it world. Yet. No, I guess I can't say I saw him drink it, really. He had a so-called sip, if that. Man puts lips to mug, drinks, end quote.
So that poison is quite virulent, I hear.
My stomach did a so-called somersault. Since I'd gulped down that coffee without so much as a second glance at it. Wait, maybe something's there, some kind of so-called trick. Anyone want to venture a guess for the record?
Does this guy have a pause button?
Well, Mr. Justice, do you find that testimony valuable?
The victim drank his coffee, then immediately fell over.
Oh, yes, you can go to press for that one.
Your Honor, this is a vital piece of information. Please add it to the testimony.
Very well, the witness will add this to his testimony.
Vital, right.
Maybe if I just don't look at his face.
I think we just pump it up like this.
Oh my God, that is actually like fucking the most soothing. His face actually causes me pain. No, Zai, he's punchable. He deserves every punch. Like, dude, like, he deserves more than a punch. Yeah.
Traces of the slow acting. Do you know what I have a problem with? A particular property of the poison used, atroquinine.
Oh, the prosecutor Gavin was quite clear about the poison. A lethal dosage of 0.002 milligrams paralyzes the central nervous system. If you drank that, even you, Mr. Justice, would be reduced to a quivering pile.
Why are you using me as an example? Unfortunately, we weren't told everything. There was a vital omission in Prosecutor Gavin's information.
Maybe I want to imagine you as a quivering pile. Sorry, an omission?
Atroquinine is as virulent as he says, as virulent as the man is himself. But death doesn't come upon ingestion. Not immediately. That's because atroquinine is slow acting.
Slow acting? What?
According to one forensic scientist, it's one of the most virulent poisons, but is absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show. If we suppose that the moment Mr. Misham sipped the coffee was when he sealed his fate, then he would still have had time left to enjoy his last cup of joe. Oh no!
Oh, fuck!
They made it so much worse in the remake. Oh my god.
Oh, what the fuck was that? I didn't know Slender Man was on the fucking stand. Jesus!
For fuck's sake.
Does this court trial come with a side of bleach? Order! Oh, what's the meaning of this? If what the defense says is correct, why that contradicts the entire testimony we've just heard?
Well, Mr. Brushel, anything to say on the record?
Slow acting, SLOWACT, was virulent, all right, that's for sure. Even then, it had already begun digging its claws into the journalist.
He's working on his scoop.
It's Brushel, yeah? Yeah, Brushel. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Oh? Did the victim really die the instant he took a sip? Think it over. This is vital. Well, you think what? I mean, I think it was. Not so subliminal suggestion, end quote. I admit it does cause a problem if he died when you say he died. I would be forced to say auf Wiedersehen to my simple case. And you would be forced to say farewell to your article. Come again? You can't write a story based on conjecture, can you? And as the case strikes on, other reporters will pick up the scent, and you'll be forced to kiss your exclusive scoop goodbye.
Isn't this leading the witness? This is baiting the...
What's wrong?
Every single thing about what is on the screen right now, Dandy, as if you didn't know. Like, just the fact that he is...
Look at how far his teeth stick out. Like, that, like, those teeth are in front of his mouth. Like, that overbite he has is ridiculous.
It reminds me of that one frame from Drawn Together where the chick's like, and her fucking, her upper teeth just go and like stick way out of her fucking face. Oh, gross. It's also the fact that he's getting like all the bacteria from his fucking tongue on his glasses. They must fucking reek. That means his glasses smell like his breath. And
Which
given
is
the amount
very
of-
minty, apparently.
And oh yeah, apparently.
Also,
and his
look at his
fucking-
pinky on the hand that's holding the tie. Doesn't look right.
No, it's doable. Like his pinky is up, but his ring finger is down for whatever reason.
It's just that is a very bony knuckle. Like that is. Oh.
Dude, he's got his knuckles are like my knuckles, but he doesn't deserve it. Look, wait. Just wait a second. 1 second. We're waiting. Out with it. I think I just recalled a so-called important detail. A revival of recollection, end quote. A story survival, end quote.
Attorney utterly confused, end quote.
Actually, I did notice something when I visited the studio. I heard of a poison that takes its sweet time, see? But not what I've been saying for the last few minutes, apparently. Mr. Brushel, are you saying you noticed something that explains what happened? Oh, you bet your sweet bippy I am. That antidote for a poisonous contradiction, end quote, you might say.
Or I still have no idea what you're talking about, end quote, I might say.
Or I wish I could just rip my fucking larynx at it, throw it at a wall, I might say, end quote. I figured it out, but only after an in-depth interview. You see, thanks to my journalism skills, I know who pissed in that coffee. Ugh! He looks like fucking... Oh, God. Hold on. Wait, no.
Oh, what's up?
No. Fuck. Wrong color shirt. Dang it.
You're still wondering like why you're remembering stuff. Oh my god. Okay.
That's it. I get it. I
What?
know now why he upsets me so fucking much.
Why?
I probably should have used a voice like this.
No.
Carries.
Say.
Look at it. I sent it to you on Discord. Look at it.
Go ahead and read the
right.
line.
No. Order, etc., etc. If you put that shit on screen when dipshit's on screen next. As far as I can tell, the witness is standing by his testimony. That Mr. Mishon died the instant he drank. Okay. Can we please have the evidence of the accused on screen? I found him. I fucking found him.
I
It's the
dislike
same-
this.
This is him in 10 more years.
I dislike this.
It is him in 10 more years.
You
When
are
he
an awful
bombs out
human
of-
being for putting
when
this
he
in my brain.
When he bombs out of reporting and he winds up fucking having to teach an elementary school, there we go. Right there. Boom. The
I just
same
realized.
It's the same eyes.
How
It's
old
the
do you
same-
think he is?
They're probably gonna be like, he's 28 or some shit like that.
I'm very afraid of this.
Do it. I will die if he's 28.
Oh, thank God. Okay. It
Oh,
wasn't
we're safe.
like it is actually appropriate.
Yeah, I'm 18 years young.
I gotta say, Phoenix, only 3 years younger than him. Phoenix is winning that race by a lot.
Oh yeah. Well, of course I'm standing by my testimony and my dream of exclusive rights to this story. I suppose that was too much to hope for.
What was?
Of course he wouldn't choose a simple case, not him. Him? Phoenix Wright. Who else?
Tongue Brushel. Report for us, if you would. What is it you noticed?
Now, this court is a critical trial of the juris system. I'm afraid no room for doubt is permissible. You will testify to the court about what you noticed. Oh, God. When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Misham was at his desk. He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope. I thought nothing of it at the time, of course. Now, if I think about it, what if he was writing a suicide note? What the? No, that's just speculation. That's just, he's speculating now.
Yeah, he is. And we're gonna rip that speculation apart. We got him flustered, and now he's saying lies on the witness stand, which means it's good for us.
He's a journalist. He shouldn't be making... You said the next one's worse than this?
For different reasons, and it's a personal opinion. But yes.
Should I take out a life insurance policy? Just...
It'd be fine. Really?
A suicide note.
Yep. He had this look on his face. Man's face inscrutable as a quadratic equation. End quote.
Suicide? We're Mr. Misham. That means Vera's innocent. Would someone commit suicide in the middle of an interview? Oh,
If I was being interviewed by this guy, I would have committed suicide the moment I walked in the door. I would have seen his face and been like, yo, it's been great, lived a long life, punching out. Zero hesitation. Fucking, I would have found the highest building. I would have silver bulleted myself right in the fucking brain. I would have just punched the fuck out. Zero hesitation. The second he opened his mouth and I got a whiff of whatever that was, gone.
so he put the letter away when he saw you?
Early reporter gets worm. End quote. That's my secret.
Oh,
I'm not
you're
sure
not allowed
I
to
follow.
You're not allowed to do that in a court of law.
It's the night of the interview. I arrive 15 minutes ahead of schedule. The handle turns, the door opens, and I barge in.
Are you sure that's okay to do? I mean, isn't that unlawful entry, really?
Miss Misham sure seemed to think so. You should have seen him. He crammed his letter into that yellow envelope as fast as he could. I know a secret when I spot one, and that was one of them.
It does seem significant. Well, Mr. Justice?
I wonder. It does have the ring of something important. The defense finds this testimony vital, Your Honor.
Very well. Please add it to the testimony, then.
Hey, why not? My account comes free of charge.
You know,
Is it more or less scuffed that I'm using like Goofy's intonations and shit like that?
I don't. Wasn't the envelope red though? Yes, Chad. I love when like Ace Attorney statements, it's like, and he wrote it with his right hand. And it's just like, all right, I know where I'm looking now. It's like yellow envelope.
Well, that's kind of weird. Maybe I'm colorblind or just slightly incredibly retarded.
As it just so happens, there was a single letter in a desk drawer at the scene. In a red envelope.
Whoa!
Prosecutor Gavin.
I'm sorry, I'm adjusting to what I just saw. Yes?
Was a yellow envelope found at the scene of the crime?
Unfortunately, no, but here forward. It's easy to mistake the color of an envelope.
Is it?
I guess, but not this envelope. You see, it was postmarked already, 7 years ago.
Well, Mr. Brushel,
I can explain that.
Drew, right? He wanted to get that letter in an envelope, pronto. Get it right out of my side of my beady eyes, right? So we grabbed the nearest envelope and crammed away.
What about the whole red and yellow envelope contradiction, chump?
Well, Mr. Justice, if you have anything to say to the witness's claim.
That night, the victim put a letter he had been writing in a red envelope. That's impossible.
Ah, I like your expression, so full of confidence.
And I like your eyes. They're so blue like the ocean. I mean, it's simple, really. As it just so happens, the defense team investigated the contents.
Why don't we just slide in and make every single fucking ace attorney / prosecutor gay as fuck by the end
Because
of the game?
they are. I'm sorry. You cannot tell me that Phoenix and Edgeworth did not fuck at some point. Like, I don't care that Phoenix had a girlfriend. Dude's gay as fuck and was in denial. Apollo and Clavier here. Apollo
There's
is
no denying it.
Apollo is the like, oh, I'm shy and I'm new to it, and Clavier is just like, but don't worry, baby, I'll take good care of you. He's like,
I'll make you scream Achtung, baby.
Iris was a beard. Oh, absolutely. She was a beard that accidentally caught feelings, though. Like, I feel bad for her. Like, girl fell in love with a gay man. That is, girl, I fell in love with straight dudes before. It's not fun. I got you. Let's go out. Let's have some tea. Like, you know, I don't know where I'm going with this. As it just so happens, the defense team
Insane with the rest
investigated-
of us.
They investigated this envelope with the assistance of a forensic scientist.
What?
Note that this letter is addressed to Drew Misham.
Oh!
Why would he address a letter to himself? Let alone send a suicide note to himself.
I've been scooped!
Five Nights at Freddy's, Final 87. I'm sorry, I'm
going to have to actually you there, because being scooped is something that happens in Five Nights at Freddy's sister location and has nothing to do with the bite of 87.
Okay,
Hi,
Matt
Olar. Hi, Olar. That's me. Hi, Olar. I'm showing my street cred for FNAF to you. Hi. Hello. There's like 3 people that are gonna get a row out of me knowing that, instead of not cringing horribly until their fucking lip peels over their fucking head like a hoodie. All right.
Order times 3. Mr. Brushel, can you explain this to the court?
Oh my, well, how could I have forgotten?
I suppose this happens to the best of us. Reporter gets old, forgets lots.
End quote.
I'm still waiting for an explanation, Mr. Brushel.
Well, that's the thing. See, after he put his letter in that envelope, Mr. Misham sat there searching his desk drawer for something.
His desk drawer?
Oh, yeah, a stamp, a so-called postage stamp, end quote.
A stamp? Whatever for?
Well, to mail his letter, what else? And then, why, yes, I think I saw him put his letter in a box.
You good?
Dandy, someone in chat just sent this to me and was like, look, it's Brushel's qualifications. High school equivalent required, autism 1 year
I saw
required.
that earlier. Hold on, we're just
Oh my god. Oh my god. So the one thing that bothers me is he's got a toothbrush, toothpaste. Why does he have a ruler and a feather? A feather duster. What
Never
did-
know
what did
you
the-
never know when you might need to dust something. You know, you might. He probably gets a bunch of dust collecting on that scalp of his, which, my God, that dude's hair follicles are. Fuck. That's a comb, not a ruler. You know, I would believe it. But
What's
Also,
the fucking
where-
feather for?
where is his ink, like, well? He has a fucking, like, a pen that needs an inkwell. He doesn't have an inkwell with him. How does he write? He's not writing anything. He's never written a thing in his life. He's gaslighting all of us.
Yeah, he has to be. Why else do you think his forearm has no goddamn anything on it? Maybe,
Exactly.
maybe when he's writing on his forearm, he's trying to gouge blood out of his arm so it can fill the ink reservoir on that pen.
That's an artist brush to brush off eraser debris. Oh, this bougie bitch.
I used to use a makeup brush for that. It was great. Well, apparently, the entire stream audience hates you even more now. Oh, what? Just think, if I were a suicide note, what a story. Honey, if you were a fucking suicide note, every single one of us would be overjoyed. Star writes suicide note in front of reporter. Falls. End quote. As I was saying, that has nothing to do with this case. That said,
Yes, Your Honor.
it makes me wonder about the contents of that red envelope. Hey, Zippy.
What's up?
100,000 is quite a good deal of money. Says this was from 7 years ago, yeah? Ah! Gross. So am I finished here? I mean, am I finished here? I was thinking of, going home to start writing.
No, I feel like we could just keep it here for the rest of the stream, right?
I am going to unfriend you from existence. God, that nose boner needs to go away.
I hate to state what should be pretty obvious to anyone, but when you catch the scent of a story, you make that rather unique face.
Oh, come on! Attorney has active imagination, little else, end quote.
Gee, thanks.
Even I noticed something, and my eyes aren't what they used to be. You know, I'm starting to understand what all this perceiving stuff is about.
Judge has active imagination. Quote.
Please continue with your testimony. Tell us about the scent of a story. I fucking don't you? Hey, I'm the one asking the questions here. Usually, I have not felt hate like this in a long time.
We're close to the end of this is the third testimony. There's only 4. We'll be done.
My week's been great, Zippy, up until I got to this fucking guy. Actually, it took a bit of work to get the thumbs up on this interview. Reporter leverages story, gets interview. End quote. The story concerned a certain case from 7 years ago. That red envelope probably had something to do with it. Say what you will, but Drew's talents was without compare. So you threatened to go to press with this story. That's how you got your interview? Blackmail? Well, yeah! Wait, no, I mean, no! It wasn't exactly black. I mean, not that I'm racist or anything. I've got a lot of friends that are black. Something wrong, Mr. Brushel? Oh, well, this is my story. My tidbit. Journalist info is livelihood. End quote. I see. While you have me chatting away here, what's going on out there? What if some Wally Wordsmith or Sally Scooper gets wind of my story? They could be going to press while I'm going to waste.
The court feels your pain, Mr. Brushel. Mr. Justice, let's pick up the pace.
Certain case 7 years ago. Wait, 7 years ago?
Was it necessary for Trucy to just stare at you without saying anything for there?
Hey, look at the top of the screen.
Oh, I wonder what hideous thing he does in this.
Guess it's time to use your fucking intuition.
Drew's talent. Oh, you're not gonna like this. You have to look at him real close.
What?
I'm sorry, does he fucking pit sweat? Does he get pit sweat when he's nervous?
You're kidding me.
Sweat
He's
much,
even-
Mr. Brushel?
He's even more gross. Oh, wait, it's a kink to some. A man can't help his glands, you know?
It's more than that, as much as I did not want to see that. When Mr. Misham's talent was mentioned, oh my god, it was so gross. You suddenly began to sweat literal buckets. Ugh.
Oh!
You're hiding something about his talent.
Why? That's ridiculous.
Evidence time. Let's show where Mr. Misham's true talent lay. It just so happens I have evidence showing the talent mentioned in that letter. This painting was found in Mr. Misham's studio. There are two problems with this painting. The first is, it wasn't painted by Mr. Misham. The second is that there was another painting in the studio, which looked exactly like this one, except it was only half done. Then we have a letter discussing a payment of $100,000, which suggests a certain business operation. The business of making forgeries.
Good. I hope he died.
That is all, Your Honor. Oh, God.
Oh, everyone, please? Everyone? Can we keep this private, please? This is my story, my scoop.
Forgery? That's a serious crime.
Drew Misham is known as an artist these days, but there were rumors he dabbled in another kind of art until a few years ago.
Another art? Meaning? What? Forgery?
Drew Misham was a talented guy, all right, talented at making precise, detailed fakes. A fact that certain criminal elements were quick to discover.
Criminal elements? What? You can't seriously be talking about.
Exactly. I'm talking about forging evidence. The rumor started circulating 7 years ago.
7 years ago? So are we to understand that this letter, this payment of 100,000 was for...
Exactly. Forged evidence, that's tiny profit, end quote.
Order. God, your face, it hurts. Why, it's like our victim was living a double life.
Aha! This is my chance. So the victim had ties to the criminal world, right? He could have had plenty of enemies we know nothing about.
This is my first time hearing of this criminal world. We certainly found no criminal connections when we conducted our investigation.
But how do you explain all this money? You have to admit there's a possibility of some illegal activity here.
But there is no proof tying this letter to our case. Our case was and remains simple from the beginning. Only the defendant could have poisoned that mug that night. And you, of course.
Hey! The only thing I poison is my pen when I'm writing reviews.
Mr. Brushel, your testimony to this point has been quite unreliable. It doesn't speak well of your reporting acumen.
Oh, what are you talking about? My journalism is so solid you could stand an elephant on it, end quote.
In any case, let's hear a summarized recap of your testimony. If we can ascertain the situation in that studio from that recap, the trial is over.
Apollo, what's he talking about? Cross-examination showed Mr. Brushel didn't have reason or means to poison him. As long as there are no other suspects, and the killer had to be Vera. That's what. This next testimony is our last chance.
Mr. Brushel, your testimony, please.
The
Say,
only
Zippy.
other person in the studio that night was the defendant. It was Vera who poured the coffee. She admitted as much herself. The only thing that touched her lips during the interview was that mug. And nothing left that studio after he died. Nothing. Clearly, the only one who could have poisoned him was his daughter.
A nice testimony, clear, succinct, and without room for doubt. Finally.
Oh, shucks. You really think so?
I believe this clarifies the situation that night. Very well, Mr. Justice, you may begin your final cross-examination.
Right. We still have one trump card left to play. I won't
Oh,
let
is
this
that
trial end
so?
until I use it.
Is that so? You got one trump card. I'd like to see it. Probably has small hands.
I hate that that man has ruined that word and that phrase. I am...
You have no idea. Now you know exactly how I feel where the word triggered comes up in a bunch of stuff, because I used to say you triggered my trap card all the time, and now when people
Yeah.
hear triggered, they get all retarded.
Also, I'm just going to be transparent. I have been absolutely using a walkthrough for his testimony just because I dislike him that much and want to be rid of him as fast as possible. There are some funny moments throughout, like, the testimony if you push in or press in different places, but no, I just want this man off my screen.
I don't want to press anything in any places as far as that guy goes.
Not one thing. You're sure?
Yep, sure as I can be. Oh well, with one exception.
One exception? What?
Journalist Spark Brushel does interview. Leaves studio. End quote. Oh, come on! It's a joke, get it? Not funny, I know, but still.
Did something leave the studio that night? Why does that sound familiar? Where have I heard something like that before?
Well, now we've proven our witness is a comedian of sorts. I'd like to turn to our defense attorney before returning to the testimony. Do you have any idea what, if anything, might have left the studio that night?
I think one thing might very well have left the studio that night, actually. A certain something that has vanished from the crime scene.
By which you mean
Something other than our
something other than our witness.
Of course.
Don't tell me, Vera Misham.
Believe me, any comic relief I may provide is entirely unintentional.
Now then, let's see what you've got for us, Mr. Justice.
Well, this thing wasn't at the scene of the crime, so I can't show it to you. But I do have evidence that shows how it could have been taken from the crime scene. This is the only link between that studio and the outside world.
A letterbox.
What did Mr. Brushell just tell us? When he entered the studio on the night of the murder, the victim had just finished writing a letter.
Yeah, I said that, and it was true.
Furthermore, you went on to tell us that he put the letter in a yellow envelope and put it in the letterbox.
Ah.
But that very same letterbox was empty. In other words, that night, the yellow envelope disappeared.
Ah, yes, intriguing. So an envelope has disappeared from the Lego City. I mean, the scene of the crime.
Fuck.
That was fast. Honestly, I was not. I didn't
That
think
caught
I'd be
you
able-
off guard.
Sometimes shit just falls out of my mouth, dude.
Of course, this changes nothing.
Huh?
He has a point, Mr. Justice. What we're trying to figure out here is how the poison got into Mr. Misham. Is it really important that this envelope the witness says he saw disappeared?
Well, if it did disappear, then something did leave the studio that night. That seems very important to me.
Very well then, the witness will add this to his testimony. You got it. I think this fails to change anything, F-Head.
I wouldn't be so sure. A letter disappeared from the crime scene that night. This is exactly the opening I've been looking for. You're sure about that?
Well, to be really precise, I was busy gobbling mint God, I don't want to hear him. No.
One of those candies
No,
might
too
have been
gross.
poison.
It is the time of the autopsy. No fresh fragrance of mint fills the room. And no mint residue was found.
Yeah, it was a
There was
long
also
shot
no-
anyway.
No dog residue was found either. Don't tell me you're still trying to prove this. You think victim ate, drank, or otherwise ingested something other than coffee? Well, Mr. Justice, if you have some proof.
The possibility is there. I can feel it. Just maybe not prove it yet. The possibility isn't going to cut it. Not now. Mr. Misham ingested that poison via a route other than coffee. And I can prove it. Proof is possible. Here goes nothing.
Sorry, I felt like doing that for no reason. You need to understand what we need, yeah? Proof, F-Head, not possibilities.
Of course. And Prosecutor Gavin, I hope you understand. I'm ready to give you that proof.
What did you say?
I have proof of the disappearing envelope.
I saw him writing a letter. I did. Which was picked up by the mailman, I assume.
Of course. Which means that envelope had a stamp on it.
A stamp?
As we all know, stamps come with dried glue on the back. In order to use the glue, you have to wet it. By licking the stamp.
No one was talking to actually lick stamps in this day and age.
Even if you
Fuck.
wanted to talk to him, you couldn't. He's dead, after all.
Okay, so he licks the stamp, but wait. How does that explain the atroquinine in the rim of the coffee mug?
If he licked the back of a poison stamp, the poison would get on his tongue, yes? What would then happen if he put the coffee mug to his mouth, Those traces on the mug weren't the killer's doing. It was the other way around.
What?
The coffee mug didn't poison Mr. Misham. Mr. Misham poisoned the coffee mug himself.
All right, order. Hold up. Fucking what? That does it. Does it?
Recall, if you would. Atroquinine is a slow-acting poison, yes? The poison entered his body when he put the stamp on that envelope. But his time wasn't up until the very moment he touched his lips to that cup of joe.
Can we just kill him?
You have something to add, Mr. Bushel?
Uh-oh, his nose is picking up another scent.
I believe I mentioned earlier.
Well, that's the thing,
Oh,
see?
good.
After
I
he
wanna
put
hear
his
this.
letter in that envelope, Mr. Bishop sat there searching his desk drawer for something. Yes, a stamp, a so-called postage stamp, end quote. Yes, I remember Mr. Brushel.
But I don't seem to remember him ever finding one.
Maybe he just run out.
Incidentally, we searched the desk drawer at the scene of the crime. There were no stamps, not a single one.
Well, that does pose a problem. How will you prove that the stamp was coated with poison?
Actually, I'm glad no other stamps were found. It makes proving the stamp used was poison possible.
Oh, good show, good show. You can't even prove there was a stamp at the scene in the first place.
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say anyway. Where's your evidence that proves the existence of this poison stamp? Well, that's certainly a cute little frame, and by little, I mean really little.
It was on the victim's desk, Your Honor. Quite empty, as you can see for yourself.
Yeah, I noticed that too during my inspection. So what?
Ah, apparently you weren't as observant as you should have been. You see, when you saw this frame, it was missing something quite important.
Missing something?
Yes, a pale bluish stain on the inside of the frame. A troquinine residue.
I swear to God, if you pronounce it wrong one more time. Why wasn't I told about this?
The frame is only 2 inches square. The face of the frame is even smaller. Maybe an inch wide at most.
You aren't saying.
Oh, but I am. Tell me, what fits in such a small frame? A commemorative stamp, perhaps?
All right, order, order, order! The poison stamp was in this frame.
Oh, my hand. Impossible!
All the time he's done
I can't. Oh no, dude. Holy shit. Prosecutor Gavin, is your hand okay?
Blood just
Why
like
would-
streaming down the wall. It's like, fine, hand
I'm
judge.
fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's wrong. Why would he put something like that on his desk? Don't tell me he hid it there so he could commit suicide if the mood struck. Can I say something? I had a thought, see?
What, Mr. Brushland? Please stop jitting around like a coke addict.
The victim was a forger, right? So there's a lot of money in that line of work. Forger forges friends, makes enemies too, end quote.
So the poison stamp might have been a murder weapon aimed at him.
Oh, that fucking hurt. That's rich. That's real rich. Leaves a ridiculous flights of fancy to the Gavinier song lyrics, please.
Finally, something we agree on. Wait, you guys are still together after everything that happened a couple months back? You know what?
I'm a solo routine now. Don't worry about it.
Do better on your own anyway.
Yeah, because I do most of the work. The stamp was a murder weapon nonsense. Murder is a simple business. Who would go to such lengths? No one.
Oh, I disagree.
Come again?
Oh, if you insist. Recall, if you would, the victim's reclusive lifestyle. Drew Misham hid from the world. He avoided meetings. His only contact with the outside world was the mail.
Ah, the mail.
Now, if you wanted to kill someone you couldn't meet, but you knew read letters, a stamp would be the perfect weapon.
That's ridiculous. Where's your proof? I want proof, damn it. Show us evidence that this poison stamp was sent to him as a murder weapon.
I might not have evidence per se. Things are finally starting to come together. What is it, Apollo? Your fists are trembling. I think I know what happened. I don't believe it, but I can see it. I think I know how Mr. Misham was killed.
Well, fill us in, Mr. Justice.
A certain piece of evidence points to the truth, Your Honor. I can show you how someone with the intent to kill sent Mr. Misham the stamp of death.
Isn't this the envelope, the one from 7 years ago?
Think about the text of the letter again. There were 2 pages in the envelope. This is page 1. And this is page 2. I want to draw your attention to one phrase in particular. Send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. The enclosed stamp, Your Honor.
Ah. In other words, if I have this straight, the stamp, poison on the stamp, lick, lick, gasp, end quote.
Now, what if he had done exactly as the letter asked? He would sign the document, put it in the envelope, and put the stamp on it, right? Then he would put it in his letterbox. 15 minutes wouldn't have elapsed between affixing the stamp and mailing the letter. But the clock started ticking, and when the time came, he drew his last breath. And the murder weapon would be taken away from the scene.
Quite conveniently, thanks to the postal system.
Such a splendid imagination you have, Air Forehead. Let me confirm one thing with you, if I might. So this poison stamp was inside the envelope from 7 years ago, yeah? Is that what you'd have us believe, really?
Well, it is a little bit of a stretch, but there's a possibility.
Yes, a very small possibility. How small, I wonder? Poison stamp in this envelope. A stamp that then became the murder weapon. How do you intend to prove this something coincidental?
Well, it was 7 years ago, and we don't even know who sent that letter.
And your answer is silence. I see. Very well. I move to...
Okay, who the fuck is this?
Ah, it's not nice to pick on the Fräulein Claudia.
Emma? The fuck? Well, like my Christoph Gavin impression, did I sound like him? Don't quit your day job. Also, he was convicted of murder. Why are you impersonating him?
Don't you have a crime scene to be looking after, Fräulein?
Well, someone had to come dig you all out of the mess you're making of this case. Mess? You know, none of this would have happened if you just trusted in science a little more. You can find out if that stamp was in that envelope. Easy.
Care to explain yourself, Fräulein Detective?
Glare at me all you want, but science is on my side. It's all in the residue, right? That's right! The poison detection spray!
Produce the red envelope at once. You can open it on the authority of the court.
But would you look at that? Oh my god.
Well, that's uncomfortable. That's really uncomfortable.
I did it for once.
Nice, you stole my psychic sauce.
No mistaking it. That's it's poison residue.
I don't believe it. A murder weapon from the past. Now, 7 years later, it bears its fangs at last.
Absolutely outrageous. Tell me why. Why didn't this murder take place 7 years? Shut up.
Well, there's one possibility. Maybe Mr. Misham figured it out.
Figured what out?
He realized that the person who sent that letter wanted him dead, so he sent his reply with a different stamp.
And put his decisive evidence in a frame. Oh, God, you're still here. Can I make a statement here on the record? Spark Razortooth Russell claim this scoop is mine. Razortooth. That's almost cool, and I hate him. Get it? Are you okay? We're almost done.
Crow's teeth are flatter than the earth.
The Earth isn't flat.
That's what they want you to believe.
True Misham killed in cold blood by sender of 7-year-old letter. End quote.
People are gonna be like, does he really believe the earth is flat? Is he a flat earther? I thought he was a smart one.
No, maybe after a more something more succinct. Star falls after 7-year delay. End quote.
What y'all don't realize is that Ice has twice the IQ I do.
No.
I am an idiot.
No. Order. Order! I see no room for further argument here. Though I admit this is all coming as quite a shock. To think that the murder weapon reached his mouth after 7 years. Stamp his ticket straight to afterlife. End quote.
Uh-oh, I think the witness is a bad influence on our judge.
I see no need for further debate on this matter. Sender of that letter 7 years ago could hardly have been our defendant.
Apollo! I think we just won.
Very well. His court finds the defendant. Of course.
Dandy, your high-end low whiz. Yeah, 1000%.
Is that the bright future of our legal system? Prosecutor Gavin. A ticket to the afterlife from 7 years ago? Tickets for the Gavinier shows are invalid after 2 weeks. But that doesn't make any sense either other way. It boggles my mind that so many people haven't noticed this. There's a fatal contradiction in the aforehead's claim.
Contradiction?
A poison stamp was placed in this envelope 7 years ago. Thereupon it was framed until now. If that's the case, then why would Drew Mission have done what he did?
Emma explained that. He must have realized it was poison.
Therein lies the rub.
Fuck.
7 years ago, the forger Drew Mission sends the trap and puts a stamp in a frame. I do not debate this, but this begs the question. Why, 7 years later, did he use the stamp on the night of the murder?
Also, hello, Raiders. Hey, Lionel, how you doing, dude?
What's up, Lionel?
Welcome in, Raiders. We're just playing Ace Attorney. It's the final case of the 4th game. And it's getting intense. It's getting spicy.
Yeah, make sure to do the shout-out thing to
Oh,
Lionel.
yeah. Here you go.
Thank
How's
you.
Dragon Age, man?
Surely you didn't mean to suggest that Mr. Misham simply forgot. He puts a murder weapon in a frame on his desk for 7 years and forgot? You expect us to believe he sprang the trap on himself? Bro, I forget where my fucking stylus is an hour after I picked it up and forget that it's still in my other fucking hand. Don't give me that shit.
Such a mood.
Well, I admit this is all quite shocking myself.
How's Teddy Bear? Thanks for that gift sub.
it does seem highly unlikely that he would fall afoul of a trap. That had been sitting at his desk for 7 years.
Apollo! I don't think we're winning anymore.
I'm glad to see we're all back in the real world now. There's one other problem, that I'm going to stay off script because this has also been bugging the shit out of me. The shelf life of actroquinine is 2 to 3 years.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about that. No, we ignore that. We ignore reality and we ignore. Yeah, no. It's fine. It's fine. The writers didn't consider that. It's fine.
We're not worrying about the real part about it.
Nope.
We can dig the name actroquinine out of nowhere, but we're not allowed to actually.
Nope.
Bear mind to its shelf life of 2 to 3 years.
This was a super lethal dose of it, and the batch it was made from was it lasted 3 times as long. It's fine.
This is not vinegar, Apollo. This is science.
No, don't worry. That's just plot hole number 1. Don't you worry. We'll find others.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I'm sorry to break that to you. Welcome back to reality. We've been waiting for you.
Oops, there goes gravity. Okay, then how do you explain the poison stamp that was in this envelope?
It's the poison stamp? Where exactly is this poison stamp again? Have you brought it to the court for us? I see no proof that such a thing ever existed.
What about the atroquinine residue, huh?
I agree. That does seem to be atroquinine residue, which would have gone stale after 2 to 3 years. But yeah, forehead, it's certainly no stamp.
Yeah, but
it's in the shape of a stamp, clearly. Even if you purchase poison stamp innings, this is so stupid. True Misham never would have used it. Oh my god, that is all.
Apparently the poison does remain at full potency for up to 7 years. So it was right at its expiration date.
Weird. I googled it and it said it's typically around 2 to 3 years. Well, I guess we have 2 completely different sets of information. I believe we've come to a conclusion. Again.
Oh, were we wrong the whole time? I can't believe it. The poison traces match up. It can't be coincidence.
I'd like to bring some closure to this issue sometime this year. Mr. Justice?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's review the facts and see where we stand. "7 years ago, Drew Misham received a red envelope. There were traces of the poison atroquinine on the document inside that envelope. A similar trace was also found on the crime scene, on this tiny picture frame. The defense has indicated the possibility of a yellow envelope. The envelope that left the scene of the crime with the poison stamp on it. Yes, but even if this envelope contained a poison stamp, and Drew Misham, knowing this, put it in a frame, he never would have used that stamp. I'm afraid you're right. Which means there is a fatal flaw in the defense's case.
I haven't been on the wrong track this whole time. I'm sure of it. The traces of atroquinine, the envelope, the frame, and Drew Misham's mysterious death. They're all connected somehow. Say Apollo just at the bulletin board, red yarn connecting like every day. He's like, I swear I'm not crazy. It's all connected. It's always been connected.
Well, Mr. Justice, do you have a conclusion for us?
The defense stands by its case, Your Honor. We've seen that the logical outcome of the evidence makes no sense, which means that one of our clues must be a fake.
Ah, fake clue. Fascinating.
And if we find this fake, will your wild fantasies be proven quite? Your wild fantasies will be proven quite reasonable, yeah?
The fake clue that's thrown us off the poison's trail is none other than
The victim was a fake clue. I'm afraid I don't understand.
I'll explain. We have an envelope, a frame, and a mug linked by poison. That all makes sense. What doesn't make sense is the victim himself.
Congratulations, you've completely lost me. So the fake evidence is none other than the master of fake himself, the forger. It makes a good story, I'll give you that.
The fake clue. Fakes, forgeries. Oh, I know that face. That's the I just had an idea face. Don't know if I'm right, but I'm going with it anyway. What if our forger is the fake?
Come again?
7 years ago, our forger sniffed the trap and stepped aside. 7 years passed. Now, the forger stumbles into that very same trap and dies. Why?
That's what I want to know.
Because the forger who was killed was a fake.
Here we are again. The victim was a fake.
One forger smelled the trap, one forger fell into the trap. That's 2 forgers, and one of them was a fake.
Order! Order! So you're telling us that Drew Misham, the victim, was a fake? Well, if he was the fake, who is a real forger? You better not be claiming there was some kind of switcheroo. I don't ever want to imagine him saying switcheroo.
Switcheroo.
I'm afraid you're going to have to back up your story. Mr. Justice, show us who the real Drew Misham was.
If Drew Misham wasn't the real forger, there's only one other person it could have been. Understood, Your Honor. Forger Drew Misham was himself a forgery. The real forger was... There can be only one explanation, really. The real identity of the forger known as Drew Misham is none other than his only daughter, Vera Misham.
Oh, wait. Order. Holy shit. Order. Mr. Justice, this is going out on a limb, even for you.
I kinda agree. I mean, Vera, a forger? Let's consider it before you write it off entirely. If you look at the paintings in the studio, one fact becomes quite clear. Forgery had been taking place in that studio for quite some time. The forger wasn't caught in that trap 7 years ago. This can only mean that the one who was caught in the trap wasn't the forger.
Well, actually, that does make a certain kind of sense.
One more thing. Only 2 sets of fingerprints were found in the forger's studio. Drew Misham's and Vera Misham's. If we know that Drew Misham wasn't the forger, that leaves only one possibility by process of elimination. The forger was Vera Misham. Well...
Fuck.
Why did that make it even better?
Vera Misham.
It's perfect.
You been paying attention to the trial so far? Is this... I'm sorry, you're incredibly pale and have blue hair. Is this the wrong background music for you? Who are you? Who is the forger Drew Misham? So, no, stop that. Wrong character, wrong series. Sorry about that.
Oh my god. Was that?
I got my blue-haired anemic girls that won't talk mistake. It happens every damn time there's one of them.
Was that an expression of emotion I saw on her face? She's staring
No.
holes into Prosecutor Gavin's face.
No, it's because we had the wrong music on. She had that Ayanami Ray thing going on. She just stared a million miles away. We just need to beat her up and throw her back in Ava Zero again. I'm used to being stared at by Frauleins, believe me. So they usually talk to me too. Tell us, were you the one who forged those works of art? Do I have to hit play on the fucking song again?
Yes.
What? Oh, she's autistic. Oh, this is weird. No, she's really autistic. Oh, wow.
Yes. It
Oh,
was me.
wow. Okay, yikes, wow. Oh, that's
I received
awkward.
my diagnosis at 3 years old.
Oh! This is rough.
I am on a lot of pills.
We can tell. Really frumpy lion shirt you got there, too. I love how our fake dialogue makes more sense than what the fuck is. Can we please save this nonsense, Dandy?
Give me one
No.
more testimony for the perfect
No,
cliffhanger.
Oh my god, alright.
The court was in an uproar and it wasn't coming down. We had a break for a 10-minute recess.
No, but see, it's the perfect. It's to be continued.
No.
Oh.
I promise you, this is one testimony. One.
I hate you. Fucking making me sit here and read this nonsense after I just had to sit through that 3-hour-long fucking ordeal.
Don't worry. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Okay, so where exactly does this leave us, Apollo? Well, the Drew Misham who was killed wasn't Drew Misham the forger, basically. Well, then who was he? Well, he was actually doing her nails.
The
So-
Honda.
You really made those forgeries? Yes, her father. I know it was wrong. Could you tell us how it happened? My father was a painter. I loved painting ever since I was a child. One day, father saw it in me. He saw that I had the talent. The talent for making forgeries? How should I say it? It was not only paintings I made. Given the materials, I could make anything. Anything? Father was so proud, and I so happy. But in the end, I was making those forgeries. I've never had a good constitution nor personality. I know very little of the world outside my door. Now, because of me, Father is... You know about this red envelope? I remember
Wait.
that envelope.
Wait, I just realized something else.
Yeah?
If she's got an incredibly bad constitution, milky white skin, brown hair, and brown eyes, and a haircut that is exactly like the one she's got now, she's literally Hyatt from Excel Saga.
It was some
Dandy,
time ago.
Dandy, I'm sending you a picture. It is the exact same haircut.
Oh boy.
And her whole thing from her weak constitution is literally
Doing a Sieg Heil and then quivering for a second and dying. And then she gets up about 3 seconds later and wipes her cheek. It's the same character.
So
Holy
you were
shit.
already you were already creating your works back then? I started when I was only 12 years old. So the one who figured out the stamp was poison, that was... Mr. Justice, it's time. To the courtroom, please. Get that picture off that young girl. Oh, yes. Sorry, sir.
Honestly, it's incredibly it's in vogue with the franchise to just have a picture of her hanging off of her face too.
Right. Out of time. Wait, Vera, just one more thing, please. Those 3 paintings in the studio. I painted those as part of my work. Right, see, we checked them out and we saw what was underneath. We saw the rough sketches underneath the 3 finished paintings.
What the fuck episode of Excel Saga had belly and breast inflation in it? What the fuck?
Oh, God. Mr. Justice. Yes. Sorry, I was distracted by my cat, who is being very weird right now. Father, he knew of you. Of both of you. Your late father? Yes, he's dead. You don't have to rub it in. He was watching, gathering information. All about the Wright & Co. law offices. But lately we're not doing just law. Yes, you do tricks, gags to amuse, and play piano. Poorly. Well, they're not really gags, and well, you are right about Daddy playing poorly, but yet when Father heard you had resumed the legal business, how pleased he was. Who was Mr. Misham? How am I supposed to know? What if he was Daddy's daddy? Judging from the relative ages involved, I say it's highly unlikely. Things are already confusing enough with all these daddies running around. Jesus Christ, now she's got me saying stuff like that. We know that the victim's daughter, Vera, was the forger. What does this mean for the case? Guess we're about to find out.
Court is now back in session for some fucking reason.
Vera seems pretty tense. She's practically chewing her fingernails clean off.
Perhaps you could begin by telling us how it all worked. How did you set up this Drew Misham forger persona?
Here's that stare again. She's drilling more holes into his head. I know it's hard for you, but hey, he's a handsome guy. What's hard? Not me. I don't know what you're talking about. Apollo, you're projecting again. I'm not projecting.
Very well, miss, if you would. Did you really make those detestable forgeries? Oh, well, that was easy. Perhaps you'd rather answer my question. Were you the one who painted that painting, that remarkably similar one?
Yes. I painted it, yes. Father praised me quite highly for it.
So, she was the one who made the forgeries. Yet she did not wish to reveal the truth of their operation. So, the victim was a stand-in decoy. To the world at large, she was the forger, not her.
I've done a bad thing. I have, haven't I?
No shit, Sherlock. Regardless, we need a little more information. About, for instance, this. You have seen this before, yeah?
Yes. It was in the desk drawer.
Very well, you may proceed with your testimony. Tell us everything you know about this envelope.
I created things and Father sold them. This envelope came after my first work. That was other than a painting. Father handled the deal, all of it. I received the stamp that was in that envelope. It was after that job that we moved to the current studio.
There certainly wasn't much of a great there certainly was much of a great interest in your test. Not that the witness realizes it. God, my tongue.
I
Very
feel
well.
you.
Please speak in the cross-examination.
Right, okay. I need more information about this forger, this Drew Misham. Whoops. Back to the first statement. Press. So, these things you were making, you mean paintings identical to other paintings, right?
The closer they were, the happier Father was. I was happy too.
Still, you're quite young now. When did you begin this work?
My first painting sold when I was 12.
Your
Oh
Honor,
my God.
she had no idea what she was doing was illegal.
Easy there, little attorney. You're not here to defend her for crime and forgery.
True. Please, tell us more about this envelope. This envelope that may very well have killed your father.
All right.
By other than a painting, you mean you'd only done paintings up to that point?
Yes. But Father had a realization. He noticed my talent extended to making things other than paintings.
For instance,
For instance, a letter someone had written, or a fingerprint left upon a cup, or a signature on a document, a seal upon a letter.
none of this makes her sound very innocent at all.
And the 100,000 promised in this letter was the start. The beginning of a new industry for Drew Misham.
A new industry.
The creation of items to be used in criminal proceedings. Forging evidence, in other words.
Aw, take care, Zippy. Have a good one.
Yep, take care, Zips.
Uh-oh. So, you didn't know how the things you were making were being used.
I enjoy painting very much.
I think I understand. The Fraulein has lived in an unusual little world.
Can you tell us what happened to the papers that were in this envelope?
Father signed them and sent them back, I believe.
Did he follow the instructions? Send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp?
This is a rather important matter. Give your answer some thought.
What do you mean you received it? Oops.
Did I do something wrong?
You didn't use that stamp because it was dangerous, correct? Deadly poison! On the back! Atroquinine!
A moment here, forehead. You can't force an answer upon the witness. Now then, perhaps you would tell me, Fraulein Vera, why did you receive this stamp?
Is something wrong? Are you going to perhaps pull a Hyatt and die on stand?
It was...
You look exactly like the fucking
Beautiful.
character. Ah, you mean it was one of those commemorative stamps?
Yes, I think it was.
So, you didn't know about the poison? I guess not!
So the trap failed by chance, by mistake, thanks to this commemorative stamp.
Quite the close call.
You mean you moved to where the current Drew studio is?
Yes, we saw very few people there. I began drawing picture books.
A single job had tied them to the criminal underworld. I think Mr. Mission wished to reduce their visibility in the world at large.
When we had to meet someone for some reason, Father posed as the creator of the work.
I'm
So
sorry,
that was
dude.
the-
She looks so much like fucking Hyatt. I'm expecting her to just go and drop over dead any second.
So that was the real essence of the artist Drew mission. You did the work and he supplied the face.
So, you really didn't know anything, did you? You had no idea how much danger you were in. Apparently not.
About this commemorative stamp, could you tell us more about it?
Could you please explain to us why you keep redrawing the same image, even though you've only made about 4 different emotes this entire time? You could just flip to the page and hold it up.
It was very pretty. And more than that,
Yes.
it was a picture of people I liked at the time.
This is something new.
This rewards a solo. Apparently, we've got some cross-examination yet ahead of us. If you would be so kind as to continue your testimony, Fraulein.
I like how she signs everything she draws.
Yup.
The stamp was a picture of my favorite magician, so I kept it.
Those magicians you liked, was it this bunch? Apollo, they're not a bunch.
I see. Still, I have to wonder. Why include a commemorative stamp like that in a business letter?
Good question.
Well, pretty stamps are always better, and you can't be true grammary.
But the whole murder plan was a failure because of it. Ironic, don't you think, Prosecutor Gavin? Prosecutor Gavin? Grammary.
What's with Gavin?
Might I ask just one question of the witness?
Hmm?
In your testimony just now, you stated this was your first work that was other than a painting. Please tell me, what exactly did you make?
Can I ask why?
No, answer the question. Now! Prosecutor Gavin? You're usually not the one whose volume concerns me. Yes, it is unbecoming of me, I apologize. But I must know. Please, Miss Measham, tell me.
Was a book, a single page in a book.
A book. Please be more specific.
It was a handwritten book, like a diary.
No, I don't know!
What's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks like he just saw a ghost.
Miss Measham, this book. Was there a picture of a silk hat on the back cover, yes or no?
How did you know?
Prosecutor Gavin, the defendant is answering all of your questions. Stop badgering her.
He's told you nothing, has he? Your soiled, sullied mentor, nothing!
Sully, who?
Phoenix Wright, who else?
Daddy?
He never told you about the trial 7 years ago? About how he came to lose his attorney's badge? It was a certain piece of evidence that decided his fate, you know. A certain diary. On the back it bore the mark of a silk hat.
What? Phoenix Wright tossed out of the profession by false evidence. And the forger who made that evidence is this girl standing right in front of me? Vera, you must tell us. The evidence you made was used in a trial 7 years ago. Who asked Drew Misham, you, to forge that evidence? For all of our sakes, who was it?
We only met once.
You met the client? Well, who was it?
It was.
And
What's going on with Vera? She's staring at Prosecutor Gavin's face again.
Yes, what? Is there something about me?
I remember clearly. Remember who gave me the book. The diary.
Who was it?
wait for it.
But Vera!
Oh.
Oh my god, she really is just like fucking Hyatt for real!
Defendant Vera Misham, condition unconscious. Examiner's diagnosis, acute atroquinine poisoning.
Oh my fucking god, no way.
Hey, Ice!
I bet when they were designing her, they literally looked at Hyatt from Excel Saga and ripped off her fucking anemia.
Hey, Ice.
What?
Do me a favor. Give me your
What?
regular voice for this one.
This ends the recording of the trial for the murder of Drew Misham. Vera Misham was, during the trial, poisoned by an unknown assailant. The dosage was just under the lethal amount, sparing the defendant's life. She is currently in intensive care and is not to be disturbed for any reason. A very simple case at first glance, until it finally began to show its true colors. The long road to the truth takes us to the record of another trial.
Oh, it's Phoenix. There he is. There's the boy. In some ways, this was the starting point of it all. Whoa. And this is where we must go. To find the whole truth.
Next week on BFG.
Apparently.
That's why
You can't tell me you've never seen Excel Saga.
I have not, actually.
So there's a character named Hyatt in it, and she dies about 8 to 20 times every episode in that exact same way. She goes stiff as a fucking board and just goes poof.
Of course.
I
As you do.
they must have fucking seen her, because there's no reason that character looks almost exactly like her down to the swatches and dies in the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably took a lot of inspiration.
No, it was a gag anime. It was literally an anime that parodied everything. They had an episode parodying Alien, an episode parodying Gundam, an episode parodying fucking American GI films, an episode parodying sports anime, an episode parodying bowling anime. Like, it was just a gag anime. It was like a fucking riff track. But of the two main characters, one of them was Excel, the other one was Hyatt. Hyatt was the one that died all the time, constantly. And their evil overlord was Il Palazzo, who was voiced by Dio Brando.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yep.
But,
we're gonna have to watch it at some point now.
yeah, we are. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, next week, Phoenix is in control again.
Oh, yay.
And we get to see how he came to lose his attorney's badge. So, with that though, gonna go ahead and let's see if there's anyone to raid tonight. Anyone you want to raid?
Well, Nick's doing stuff. Probably just
Holy
started.
shit, it's been a hot minute since we've raided Nick.
Yeah, let's go harass him.
Let's see. What is he doing tonight?
He is
Looks
just
like he's
doing
some chit chatting.
random. Yeah.
All right. And he does. I forgot for a moment there that he had the beefier VTuber now. Looks good.
Yep.
All right, so I'll get that raid set up. Guys, as always, oh wait, hold on. There's pics? I almost forgot that. I am awful. Hold on. Oh, that's so cute, Star. Oh God, Hotman. Oh God, Hotman. Oh God, Jam. Oh my God, there's 4 fucking pictures. Okay, I guess stick around for fucking fan art corner. Y'all were crazy tonight. Oh, hey, let's see here. All right, so first up is that's gonna be Star, Ottman, and Jam. Okay. Wait.
That wasn't what I wanted. I accidentally hit a button.
Oops. All right, well, let's get these pictures up real quick.
All right.
All right, so first one is from Star, which is just super cute. This little BFG picture.
Oh, it's cute.
That's so adorable. Thank you.
I love it.
Okay. Let's see. Next up, we got from. Let's see. Is this Ottman? Yep, this is Ottman. Ice's genuine, honest-to-God reaction to Brushell's entire existence.
Is it me dying? Oh God! Yeah, that's me.
Somehow
That is-
he made him look worse. I don't know how he did that. Let's see. And we got another one from Ottman. Hold on. I perceive too hard.
What the fuck?
Fucking eyes just pop out of my skull. See you too hard. All right, and the last one from Jam. So silly. You gotta take this more seriously, Dandy.
Yeah.
Ice. Too serious. Too serious.
Ah!
The actual real Daniel Bandicoot.
Jesus Christ! Oh, it's so cursed.
Yeah, that's actually a little bit cursed. Oh God, thank you guys.
That's actually super adorable too.
Yeah, you guys have been fucking amazing tonight. Thank you for hanging out with us. Let me
Yeah,
get that.
you made the brain damage easier to deal with.
Yeah. Say, so next week, I was looking at it, depending on how much we dick off, it may be the last or the second to last stream for Ace Attorney 4.
Oh
So-
God, I hope so.
Yeah. All right, well, I got that raid going. And thank you everyone again for the bits, for the subs, gift subs, for being here, for the raid. Y'all are fucking amazing. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Ice, you got anything to say to good people before we send them on their way?
Yes, if you ever meet a man who brushes his tongue and then his glasses, please punch him in the face for me. And also drive safely while doing it as you escape from the police. What? I know what.